Garbage.
Hello. Time's up. Indeed. Hello, Rugmat.
Garbage.
That's the one for today. That is not the one for today. We shall be using a different sound every break After every single break, we shall have a different audio cue because you have taken upon yourselves to try and troll everyone on stream with audio cues. So I have no choice but to create new audio cues. Yes, Steffi redeemed not first as usual, but congratulations, Baffled, on being first. Baffled always. You are now timed out for 60 seconds as a reward for being first. Welcome to you. Welcome to Yoast. It is 9 p.m. in my time zone. I don't know what time zone it is for you. Hello, 4X. Very good to see you. Keep enhancing the stream. That's the goal, is to just keep enhancing until you can't enhance anymore. Incorrect time zone. I think you're an incorrect time zone, Yoast. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of the Data Cafe. Every second Friday, so bi-weekly, if you want to call it bi-weekly. I know it's very confusing for people because bi-weekly also means twice a week. But most people think bi-weekly means twice a week. Twice every 2 weeks. I found the loophole. Maddie can't be first in his own stream. That's right, Baffled. I cannot be first. I cannot be first in my own stream because I cannot time out myself. Define bi-weekly. Adjective occurring every 2 weeks, fortnightly. Adjective occurring twice a week. Noun. A publication issued every 2 weeks. Noun, semi-weekly. So if I use it as a noun... Wait, what's semi-weekly? Now I'm confused. Is that a thing? Semi-weekly? Shop local, bi-weekly. Exactly, Yoast. Welcome to all of you for another bi-weekly episode of the Data Cafe. Semi-weekly is made up. There's no way that's a real word. Semi-weekly? Oh my gosh, that's a real word. Occurring twice a week. I have a couple of students who could benefit from semi-weekly lessons. Huh? Mainly North American.
Semi-weekly.
But she's British. She said that in a British voice. That doesn't work. That doesn't make sense. Of course it's North American. Only they would make that up.
Ragmat took a screenshot.
Thank you for the screenshot, Rugmat. I have to remember to reset the lights afterwards. It's actually kind of annoying because I can't remember, like I can't get Atom to remember what scene I was on, or how the lights were set before. So when it changes the lights, I don't know what to change them back to, if that makes sense. So I have to do it manually for now. But thank you for taking a screenshot. Should we look at the screenshot? Is it any good? I don't think it's any good. It's probably not a good screenshot. It's not a good screenshot. But yeah, semi-weekly is a bit weird. I wouldn't really say semi-weekly. I would say multiple times per week. And I know that's way longer, but that's also really clear. So if I say every second Friday, fortnightly, that's the game Fortnite. When you play Fortnite on stream, then you are fortnightly. Hi, Ginny. Welcome in. Oh, and good to see you, Mimi Two Shoes. Did you want to take a screenshot, Mimi Two Shoes? We were discussing earlier about how Hans will pronounce Mimi Two Shoes' name. About whether Hans will get it right.
Mimi unterstrich Fuss took a screenshot.
What? Hans does not know how to pronounce that. That was very strange. But thank you for taking a screenshot. 4 and 10 rotations of the Earth. Fortnightly. He did have a stroke at Two Shoes. Yes, he did. Did I read this one? Amazon locks out customer after smart doorbell racism. Ooh. That doesn't sound very good. Smart doorbell racism claim. This is great. You know what? We're going to put that in there. Another article for the privacy one. As if we don't have enough articles already. Does he have the same stroke at your own name? See, I don't know because I can't take a screenshot because I am not a follower of my channel. But if I remove that restriction... Actually, that's true. If I remove this restriction, let's find out. Let's try. Okay. Also, it will keep enhancing, Yoast. It won't unenhance. It will just keep enhancing until it reaches like some ridiculous level of enhancement. And then, yeah. Rule check, data check, get you is follower. Okay, I'm going to take that out. Okay, now I can make a screenshot.
Matti_Verhöstung a screenshot.
He says like Vorsicht? Vorsicht? Like he says something weird. It's not even a real word. Whatever, I'll just leave it. Everyone can take a screenshot. I don't care. You can all take screenshots. No, there's no Q, Rugmat. There is no Q. Do not abuse it. Do not abuse it. You know better. If I need to reset the enhance, then I can do it myself, like that. So not to worry, Yoast. Not to worry. At the time of racism, the owner was not at home. Someone sat outside his house. Well, we'll read the article, won't we? And we will find out more. And that's kind of the objective of the Data Cafe, is to inform ourselves about various goings-ons, various goings-ons, going-ons? Anyway. There goes my hard-earned 3 channel points. What? SCRT does... Oh, in order to enhance. You can ongoings. Various ongoings? Now I'm not even sure anymore. Words are hard indeed. I'm not wearing the Words Are Hard t-shirt today, but words are indeed very difficult. Anyway, so the Data Cafe is all about recapping. It's about looking back and not so much about looking forward. It's about reading news articles and watching videos and informing ourselves about what kind of stuff is happening in the data world and tech world in general. 20 D20s. That's probably too many, I think. How many D20s can we get in there? Someone tried it. Someone tried it. I don't remember what the cap was. I think Rugmat tried like 17 or something. It depends. It's always a bit iffy. But for any of you who are new here, because sometimes we get new people in here, if you are watching and it's a new thing... Oh, 15 works. Are there a 20 in there somewhere? Nope. Wow, you roll 15 D20s and you can't even get one. 4 15s, but that's not the same thing, Rugmat. You know that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Anyhow, drop away. Exceldro, hello. And also, Exceldro, do I see a Paris badge next to your name? Will we be seeing each other at TwitchCon Paris in 3 weeks? That's cool. I had no idea you were going. That's awesome. I will have to make a note. I'll have to make a note. Would love to meet you in person and have a chat. Exceldro is going on the list. Of course, I will just call you Exceldro. I won't call you by your real name. See, I have a thing. I have a list here. I'm not going to show it to you because it's private. But I basically have a list of everyone who's going, and I have an alias of what I should address them as. And, you know, whether they're part of a group of people that... whatever. Anyway. Exceldro, do you know if Dust is going? I actually didn't ask him. I have a list could also be a threat. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're making a note here. Huge success. Yeah, that was very well timed, Yost. You're disappointed was perfect timing. As far as I know, he's going. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Okay, I should put Dust on my list too. You know who else has lists? Serial killers. It's funny you say that, Baffled. Chad, I need to ask you a question. And this might be a bit of a weird question. And it is... Baffled has given me the perfect segue. I don't know how we did that, but we did it, chat. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Listen, chat. I've been thinking about making a video. A YouTube video. So I have one in the works at the moment. Should be out sometime in the next 2 weeks or so. So that's one video, and that's kind of gonna be that's gonna be a good one. But I have an idea for another YouTube video, and I need a temperature check. I need to feel your head. I need to feel your head, chat. I need to ask you a question. If I make a video about the data behind serial killers, is it too weird? Like, is that too weird? I need to know. Like, if we would analyze the kill styles, if we would analyze which killers got the most amount of kills in the least amount of time, and other analytical types of questions, how many kills did it take to get to a certain type of sentencing, etc., etc. Is it too morbid? Is it too far? Not if I was Dr. K. Who's Dr. K? Is that the guy from Healthy Gamer GG or something? Greenish pepper just followed. What happened to the other colors? What happened to the other colors? Orange, red. That is weird unless your target audience is budding murderers. No, it would be educational in nature. So obviously it's not going to be about, you know, how to become the most perfect serial killer, because that's a terrible idea. No. Can you tie it to how law enforcement uses the data to identify, track, capture them? I don't think so, because that data is probably, or their methods and techniques are probably secret. Any 20s in there that time? Didn't see any. How to Get Away with Murder Reboot. Data Edition. That's a great title though, Baffled. No, the thing is, it would be very analytical. It would be, how can you, with any data set... Oh, there's a 20 in there. Good job, Rugmat. 2 20s, actually. How can you, with any data set, do an analysis properly? Like, how to catch a serial killer online fast. Oh, Steffi. Oh, that's a great title. Oh my god. I'm writing this down. That is a very good title. Oh no! Oh no! Rugmat has swung Thor's hammer and has struck Mimi Two Shoes. Oh, I'm in so much trouble. I'm in so much trouble that I didn't add Mimi Two Shoes to the exclusion list. Sorry, sweetie. You will explain how such people flee from different countries like Canada or Japan. Is that what Dr. K would say? Yeah. No, anyway, so I was thinking like that could be an interesting topic because Mimi Two Shoes is quite I would say, knowledgeable about serial killers. Because she watches a lot of true crime, she watches a lot of horror. So we have knowledge, let's say. We have topical knowledge that could make it interesting to work together on a video. Because normally, let's say our topics of interest don't really overlap so much. So I'm wondering if that's too morbid, like to do this from a data perspective. It's one thing to talk about them from like a true crime perspective, and it's another, I think, to analyze it from as like a data point of view, because it also makes it very dry. So I would need to strike the right balance to also be empathetic, you know. Hello, Sociable Steve. New week, who dis? Yeah. I'm Maddie Two Shoes. We're in the same stream team, Sociable Steve. Do you remember? Do you know what streaming is? Can you tell me about it? I would love to know more. So I'm going to write that title down because that is a very good title. How to catch a serial killer online fast.
That is what we're doing here.
Do I know what streaming is? More so than White Panther. Ow. Yikes. 150 years ago, I had a serial killer in my extended family, and you can find him if you just type in my last name. Really? Wow. Just in numbers, serial killers. I just think, let's put it this way. I just think it would be a very interesting cross-section of two topics that are relevant. Data and murder. That's all. Is it too morbid for a video? Maybe. But the thing is, like, what's really the thing, chat, is like, I would love to do a YouTube video where I analyze a data set, right? And I've done that in the past. Thank you, Dr. Dynamite, for turning off my lights. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you're gonna enhance the camera. Oh, so when I come back, I'm like a gazillion.
Steffi128 look a screenshot.
Thank you, Steffi. What was I saying? Ah, right, yeah. So, did I just hear serial killers? Yes, Mimi Two Shoes. So the idea, Mimi, I was just talking about our idea about doing a video about serial killers. And the thing is, normally, I've done like 2 videos about here's how I went analyzing the best Christmas movie, or here's how I went analyzing the best horror movie. And I can do that for any data set, for, you know, public bike sharing, or temperatures on this International Space Station, or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. But the thing is that most videos online are about very easy, publicly available data sets. Performances by top pop stars, or the Spotify music data set, or whatever, because it's just the easiest. It's just the easiest to get a hold of, you know? So I think it would be really interesting, because we, mostly Mimi Two Shoes, but we would need to annotate a lot of the data that is available about serial killers. And I think it would be really interesting to have kind of first party data, if that makes sense, first party, about serial killers, and being able to use that as part of an analysis. Sociable Steve is back streaming past the complete burnout, back into the fun of putting myself on camera for Steffi's entertainment. That sounds great, Steve. I'm happy to hear that. I probably won't surprise you with another extreme Yoast opinion, but true crime shouldn't be used for entertainment. Yoast, it is very funny that you say that, because Mimi Two Shoes and I had a discussion about this very topic. Should the suffering of these families be put on YouTube for other people's entertainment? So that's I think what the problem is. So that's the thing. How to be the best killer according to data. Yeah, so I don't know. The titles could be very clickbaity. Very clickbaity. How about a video about a brilliant mathematician who ended up in the countryside in a small wooden cabin enjoying the peace of his hobby? His name was Theodore Kaczynski. We actually looked at Ted's history. Are you going to go interview some real serial killers? I probably wouldn't. No, I don't think I would interview a serial killer. No. Hi, Limonadjic. Welcome back to the stream. Good to have you. News is the most favorite category, to be honest. Are you saying in general, Limonadjic, or like just for my stream? This is getting uncomfortable. When I'm too close for too long, it's uncomfortable. Can you do a quiz where you mix stats from serial killers and another topic and ask people to guess which field the stat is from? Oh, that would be very fun. That would be very fun. It's like 11% of murders are done with a knife. And then you have to say, is that in just serial killers or all kills? That could be cool. News is the most favorite category in your channel. Oh, really, Limonadchick? I'm glad that you enjoyed that. I try to offer something for everyone. If you're not into the coding, if you're not into the building stuff together, data analysis work, then maybe the news is your thing. I murder cornflakes every morning. Want to interview me? Sure. Sure, Dr. Dynamite. Because you are a serial murderer. Why do you hate cornflakes? Two truths, one lie. I was thinking 50%. Oh, I see. 57% have science degrees, and it's either serial killers or NASA employees. That could be a very fun quiz format. That could be something to do live, though, Yoast. Like we could do a poll. We could do polls in chat to see if people are correct. How can you not eat cornflakes without killing them? That's a good question. I mean, do they die? Okay, is it considered murder if the cornflakes drown on their own? Like, they're in the milk and they just happen to drown. Like, you're not doing anything. And then you're eating... It's kind of morbid, but Dr. Dynamite, technically you're eating already dead cornflakes, so you're not committing murder? You know? Anyway, 70% of people have programming-related degrees. Is it my juniors or Google? But are you throwing them into the milk? I like them crunchy. Who doesn't like soggy breakfast? That's the goal. Everyone loves soggy breakfast. Soggy cornflakes? Delicious. I'm into this stuff at my work, but it's hard to keep track what is going on the screen for me related to data processing and analysis. Yeah, doing that on live is very complicated to sort of convey what's going on. I mean, I try my best, but... Hi, Owen. Welcome back to the stream. Good to have you. How are you doing, Owen? But you already put them in the milk. Slash water? Did you just say cornflakes in water, Ginny? Please don't tell me that you put cornflakes in water. I'm sorry. That's not possible. No one eats cornflakes in water. Tell me that you don't eat cornflakes in water. Because that is shocking. You're just being open-minded. Some people do. Are you serious? No. No. Can someone time out the cornflakes in water person? What about orange juice? I've heard of that. I myself would not use juice. Oh wow, this is very unexpected, chat. Oh no, Rockmat, you timed out your own bot. What are the chances? What are the chances? That's hilarious. That is actually hilarious. Hey, but hey, we've had 2 successful swings of Thor's hammer today. That's also quite unusual. So let's have a drop together. into the pool because it's summer. Oh, Dr. Dynamite looks like you're gonna hit. Nice, 68.97, and as we know, that rounds up to 69, which is a nice number. What are the odds? It's what are the odds? Hi, Cypher Enigma, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you. Cornflakes and anything other than milk is a crime.
Michael? What are the odds?
Michael? What are the odds? Sorry, Yost, you said something earlier. My job is done. The rest is implementation. I like the quiz idea. It's actually a great idea. I will write it down. It's actually a very good idea. It's a great quiz idea. Let me put that in the fun topics. Guess this stat. Quiz. And I'm going to say 57% of people have a science degree. NASA employees or serial killers. Example. Okay, that could be cool. That could be a very cool thing to collect like facts and do it as a little fun stream. Why not? Why not? All right, put that over there. This is definitely a just chatting type thing though. So, some people are lactose intolerant. Are you saying they can't have cornflakes in liquid? That's a good point. There's milk without lactose. That's also true. How's work? How's your boss? If you want to talk about this topic. Hey, I am very happy with my job, Forex. It's very great that you ask. I don't really talk about work so much on stream, I guess. There's not so much to talk about yet. I mean, we have a very big project that is in my responsibility. Basically, moving us to business intelligence. Oh, I hit the mic, sorry. Moving us to business intelligence, or whatever you want to call that. Because we currently only basically use one data source for most things. And so that's kind of exciting. But there also isn't so much else to talk about. And our hierarchy is pretty flat. So I don't really... I mean, I have a boss, but she's not really... She's not a classic boss in that sense. Yeah. I don't think I missed any other... Oh, Owen said, I'm good bro, just finished my 3-day trading course webinar, getting ready for tomorrow. Trading? As in like Pokemon cards? I heard there's money in that. Snark Cheese, also hi, welcome in. Good to see you as well. What even is BI except guessing with data? That's basically what it is. Yeah, that's basically what it is. So instead of just starting with the news, as a lot of other streamers might do, what do you think we should start the stream with, chat? I am open to suggestions. What do y'all think should we start the stream with? If you had a choice, learning Rust. Start learning with Rust. Reddit? Nope. Rugmat has hit the nail on the head. Hi, Fafin. Fafin a boot. Howdy to you. Maddie too classy. Pancakes, ice cream.
Bowser and Chancellor Fairby.
No, chat.
You know, thank you for joining
No.
us as well.
Nope, nope, nope,
And
nope,
for
nope.
families across the country.
We are not starting with ice cream. We are starting with the meme of the day. As is the norm. As is the rule. Today's meme of the day. We should start by embarrassing Maddie with compliments. No! No compliments. Get your own ice cream, Baffled. That's fine. Thank you for turning off my lights and taking a screenshot.
Dr. took a screenshot.
Wow. Wow. Headaches. Oh, that's a headache. Did you just double 90 million lumen me? Is that 180 million lumens? Because that's very uncomfortable. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wah. You're so good at data, Maddie. Thank you so much, chat. Today's meme.
Wow.
Yeah, today's meme is a wowzer. Today's meme is every data analyst's experience when you are solo in a company. You're making awesome streams. Thank you, Forex. I appreciate it. I'm in this photo and I don't like it. Cool. Could that be less true to life, please? The Facebook thing where you can mark yourself in the photo and say you don't like it. You have several shoes, not an inappropriate number. That's true. I have several pairs of shoes. I'm doing great work. Are you getting ChatGPT to compliment me? Or are these coming from the heart? That's the real question. This photo is actually from the Suez Canal. From that huge boat that got stuck last year during the pandemic. And everyone freaked out because basically shipping was completely thrown off its whack. Also, you have great stream interaction options. Thank you. You thought you recognized it, Ginny. It's great, yeah. Also, why are you your own guest? I am not my own guest, Dr. Dynamite. I have another guest on stream. But we'll find out about that momentarily. I have a guest today, that's true. With Maddie N Shoes, that is my alternative account. We will find out who the guest is in a moment. Don't worry. You can stop complimenting me whenever you like. But this is the reality. This is the reality of what it's like. Are you co-streaming with yourself? No, I'm not. I'm not. Stop dropping clowns on my stream, chat. You know that I don't like it. Do we need to call someone? No. No need to call a friend. No need to do any of that. It is already prepared. Hi, Exegete. Welcome in. You need to call someone if I start talking to myself, which ironically is kind of what we do during stream the entire time, right? Co-streaming with your alter ego seems worrying. We have 10 people in the BI team, 30 people in R&D, and 1 web analyst to migrate 500 plus websites to GA4. Well, there you go. That is, you are in this picture and you don't like it. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. Aren't you doing that when you guest star yourself? You're talking to yourself. No. How are you doing, Exegete? Good to see you. In the Nolan Batman voice.
I am Matty Two Shoes.
What if all chat is just time-displaced versions of Maddie? No, let's not go there, Yoast, because then I have to start thinking about, like, parallel universe stuff and, like, quantum string entanglement and all those, like, weird topics. And we're here just for some good-natured, simple data fun with the news. So that's what we're going to stick to. And so that's what today is about. Today is about the news. What kind of background is this? Can someone help me out? Can someone change this background? Hi, I'm Maddie from the year 2027. The small hands is the best of it. What? No, no, we said no clowns. We said no clowns. No, change it, chat. You know? Yes, flowers are fine, clowns are not. I can never rely on you. No. No, I don't even want multiple clowns. I don't want any clowns. I want 0 clowns.
Why?
0.
Why?
Zero clowns. Ah, data backgrounds. Even if it's pie charts. Even if it's pie charts. You had to share the meme of the day with your colleagues. Yeah. Future Maddie has a new favorite join. I don't know what that's going to be. We said no clowns, but Maddie Two Shoes is still here. So I see you stopped with compliments and you went to the complete other side. Oh my gosh, what is this? Serial killer clowns? I think this is just killer. Also nice landing. It's 90-74 with a clown face. Are there even Batman backgrounds? I think they're copyright. I don't think it works. Also, this is what it looks like to me. Like, this is what I see when I'm looking at my desktop, by the way. Oh, there is a Batman background. Nice. Okay. Why is there a guest? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? There's a guest because we have a guest today. That's right. We have a guest on stream today. But I didn't tell you because sometimes I just don't tell you things. It happens that I withhold information from you, chat. What else are you hiding? Oh, baffled. If you knew all of my secrets. If you knew all of my secrets, chat. 42 minutes in and the guest star is just bored. The guest star is most certainly bored. We will enhance away your secrets. Alright. Challenge accepted, chat. I dare you to enhance me. Fine. Go for it, chat. We can do this all day. See? No problem. You can enhance as much as you want, chat. I'm still far away. It's not a problem. You can still see me. No issue. I'm not enhanced anymore. Nice try, chat. Haha! Ah, no, that one got me, the second one. The first one I managed to duck. I managed to avoid the first one. It's only because you did two, chat. It's only because you did two. Well done. Well played, chat. Hi, Purple. Purple Purpurin. Welcome back. It's good to see you. I'm now definitely enhanced, which is concerning. So, here's the thing. The guest for today is not going to be speaking. Because actually... Hi, J. Walter. We actually have two guests. We have two guests. We have two guests today on stream, but they are on video only. They do not have any audio. So who would like to see our guests? Yep, two guests. Is it your fists? Wow, we are now very enhanced, chat. I think this is as much as it can go. I think if you do it anymore, chat, it's gonna break. It's definitely gonna break. I'm pretty sure it's gonna break.
Steffi128 a screenshot.
Thank you for the screenshot, Steffi. We have two guests on stream today, and those guests... That's right. You've guessed it, chat. Ben and Jerry! Ben and Jerry are our guests today on stream. Let's see if we can find them. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Ben and Jerry are our guests today on stream. The enhance resets when you hit too high a number. So that's the thing. this is the guest star layout. I needed to create a guest star layout because I'm going to be having an actual guest on stream in 2 weeks. We cannot enhance Ben and Jerry. It's a little bit too complex. I wish we could automatically follow them. Wait, what angle is this? Oh my god, I don't even see the angle. Oh! Did you just put star 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 into the angle?
Dr. Duck a screenshot.
Good screenshot. Wait, what was the question? So 2 weeks you will re-enable end stream. No, Steve, you don't need to prep. In 2 weeks, we will be having a sponsored stream, courtesy of Yasa, because they have decided to sponsor me for a stream, building a desk. Ben and Jerry's also has Jeffrey Dahmer in the fridge. No prep for guest star. No, you don't need to prep for guest star. You're not the guest star, Steve. The guest star is the CEO or the head of marketing for the brand is going to be joining us on stream for 20 minutes of Q&A or so. And so I needed to create a guest star scene. I needed to create a scene to see if this works, to see if this is applicable. You're the head of marketing and CEO for my brand. Is that so, Steve? You're not the guest. You're not the guest. So the company, they're called Yasa. And actually, I can't tell you this yet, but they are launching a new product line. I can't say what. They're launching a new product line, and it is very, very relevant to tell you about this launch on Twitch. Oh, I don't have the command yet. Sorry. Just go to yasa.com. They are launching, so they are a home, I don't know what you would call home furniture accessories company. I can't tell you what the product is. I can tell you that they're launching something. They're going to be launching something, and it's very interesting for people who are on Twitch. It's very relevant. Let's put it that way. So, basically, they sent me a desk. I should be getting a chair as well, but it's not here yet. The desk is already here, and I will be building the desk live on stream with all of you. And there may or may not be various channel points to help with the process. And when I say help, you know exactly what I mean. A desk with an integrated stream deck? That would be cool, wouldn't it? I don't know if that's it. I don't know, Steffi. Is it the sociable deck I'm working on? I'll be mad if it is. The chair looks like a straight ripoff of the Aeron. I mean, good design is, how do you say? Imitation is the highest form of flattery? I don't know if the chair is a ripoff or not. I don't even know if they were first or if Herman Miller was first. I'm expecting the chair hopefully soon, and I can report during the stream about what it's been like to use the chair. No, that's right. Baffled, you're right. You were first. That's right. Baffled was first today. So this is the guest star scene, and I configured something so that I can move the camera, because it is landscape 16:9. I made a little thing so I can move the camera left and right, depending where he is going to be on the camera. I'm currently investigating hall sensors and LCDs. Interesting. What for, Steve? Is it the chair that has good vibes connected to it? No, there is nothing connected to the chair. At all. Apart from the chair itself. For the sociable deck. Ah, interesting. That sounds... Is that a real product? Are you actually building something? That sounds great. So anyway, this is the idea. That we will have a guest star scene. I wanted to make a slightly different scene, but this was just for testing, just to see what it's like. And yeah, what do you think, chat? What do you think of this scene? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it works? Obviously, you have to imagine that the background is going to be a person and not bunnies. Your butt just hovers over the chair and never connects. Yeah, that's the perfect chair for me. That's the perfect chair. It's just sort of, you know. Oh no, you've collided. Oh no. In the drop. I think we should get started, chat. What do you think? The maglev chair. Get some magnets implanted and off you go. That actually sounds strangely comfortable. But then, if you had magnets in your butt, wouldn't it like make compression zones or something? Like wouldn't you start to get issues? 8758. Congratulations on landing. Who is that? I can't read the name. Whose name is that? Who is that? Oh, Aiden. Congratulations. I had so much trouble reading it, the contrast. I had so much contrast because of the blue. Blue on blue. Now you have to get a vertical mouse. I haven't actually tried one, but my colleague had one at the last company I worked for, and she swore by it. You would need magnetic strips rather than point magnets. Oh, so you need strip magnets. Strip magnets in your butt. Interesting. Oh, you have the MX Vertical, and it's so good. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. That's cool. That's very cool. That's basically the one. That's the one that my colleague had. So, I would be interested in trying. As you know, I use the MX Master since a long time. And well, what I invested in a couple months ago was a mouse pad with a little rest here for my forearm to stop some of like the, what do you call it? To stop like callus forming. And that's been great. That's been really good. I'd want to try a vertical sometime. I have the MX Ergo. I've never heard of that one. Magnets in your butt and other ways to help yourself die drowning. MX Ergo? I need to see this now. Ah. What is this? Okay. This looks cool. Interesting. With trackball. That's so old school. Huh. Yeah. This is like old school arcade days. You have two. You also have a keyboard with an integrated trackball. Really, Cypher? Wow, that's interesting. That's so interesting. This thing looks wild. This thing looks wild. What in the actual... Is this a transformer or a mouse? Like... Chat, look at this. Is this like... Mouse bots, roll out. I mean, this looks like a transformer. This looks like a transformer. This doesn't look like a mouse to me. Can you even actually reliably use something like this? Look, it even has a wheel. Mousimus Prime. Oh, it looks so ridiculous, chat. Honestly, this looks so ridiculous. My wife has the Rat 3. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I'm still solving the keyboard that can be split in half so you don't put your hands together when typing. Ah, yeah. Where you like split keyboard. I've seen like all the rage around split keyboards, but I can't. I just can't. Anyway, let's dive in, chat. 5 minutes until break. We can definitely do one news item. How do we start the data cafe? Well, we always start with privacy and ethics, because that's usually the bad news. You've got a split, less hunching. Ah, very interesting. Oh, wow. You're hoping that screenshot was exact. I know what you're hoping for in that screenshot. Mm-hmm. Nope. The timing was not correct. I know what you were hoping for, and that is not. Some of these screenshots are terrifying. Anyway, privacy and ethics. Today's first article is
Fine.
about Japan.
I'm sorry.
No, be sincere. Like this. I'm sorry.
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 Ah, Japan.
I'm sorry.
Japan,
I'm sorry.
Japan.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Good, that's the one.
I spent 4 years living in Japan back when I was a teenager. And Japan does things a little differently sometimes. Japan has decided, in terms of copyright, that it doesn't apply to AI. Basically, Japan's government has said they will not enforce copyrights on data used in AI training. Which is strange, in a way, because that means that they've said that all copyright in regards to training an AI, so no matter what AI you train, there's no copyright law anymore. So basically, regardless of whether it is for non-profit or commercial purposes, whether it is an act other than reproduction, or whether it is content obtained from illegal sites or otherwise. And this is what Keiko Nagaoka, Japanese Minister of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology, confirmed. Japan's laws won't protect copyrighted materials used in AI datasets. Well, here's the thing. This is just Japanese law. English language coverage of the situation is sparse. It seems the Japanese government believes copyright worries, particularly those linked to anime and other visual media, have held back the nation's progress in AI technology. So in response, they're going all in. Okay, we're worried about our AI progress, so you can't use any copyright law in Japan anymore for AI. For AI training, you can use whatever data you want, wherever you got it from, illegal or not, no problem. In a way, as a human, we can consume copyrighted material and learn from it. Yes, that's true, Steve, but the issue is speed. The issue is speed. Waits for OpenAI to move to Japan. Yes, Sexagete, I was also thinking the same thing. Not everyone in Japan is on board with this decision. That's probably an understatement. Many anime and graphic art creators are concerned that AI could lower the value of their work. But in contrast, the academic and business sectors are pressing the government to use the nation's relaxed data laws to propel Japan to global AI dominance. It does make dealing with fuzzy lines of output easier. I can read copyrighted material faster than some, slower than others. Where's the line on speed? I think it's about machine versus human. I think that's what the differentiator is. So basically, what does this mean? This is a twist of lemon in the gin and tonic that is the copyright debate in AI at the moment. Current discussions have looked at, okay, when you train an AI using data, did you obtain the data illegally or legally? And is the data itself copyrighted? Like, I don't know, Midjourney training data on thousands of images by a particular artist. They may have obtained that data legally because it's on the artist's website, or they may have scraped it from somewhere that they found that shouldn't have been accessible or whatever. But copyright law still applies to that. The works are copyright. The question is, how copyright are they? And so this is a very interesting debate that is going to happen. Now, what about copyright on the output of the AI? And that is a whole different question, Exegete. That is a whole different question about what is output. Is Japan a country where copyright law cases happen a lot? Copyright law in Japan is very strict. So it is a topic. They're actually the world's third largest economy, right? So yeah, they are attempting to leverage AI in a way to keep themselves there. So that is it for now. We're going to take a short break of 3 minutes before we dive into a new iPhone feature about dick pics. I'm not even joking. We're going to take 3 minutes of ads, and I will see you in a little bit.
Garbage.
We're not starting right away. You know, there's always like 20 minutes of blah blah in the beginning, so no stress. I know what happened. Oh my god.
Do it long. I'll write it and we'll do it long.
Oh my god. Oh, did you just DDoS my memes? And there was absolute uproar. Know who had created the clips? Oh no! Oh no! No! Chat! No! We can't keep doing this! Again. No!
Wouldn't it be funny if it
Oh wow!
came out?
It's like too deep. At the same time. It's too deep. No! See if TD has been doing any. This is so meta. Oh my no! Right now. Like I don't understand levels.
I'll start a new trend.
What is? It's like 7 levels. Oh.
Wait, wouldn't it be funny if it
Oh
came
wow,
out?
look. Played the same meme at the same time. Of course. See if TD has been doing any. This is so meta. What's happening right now?
Maybe
I don't
Twitch
understand
clips
this.
become a thing. I'll start a new trend.
What is happening? I'm so confused. Is this a...
I've got balls of steel.
Thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate it. So, we have... Thank you, Steve, for gifting a sub to Right Join is the best join. I hope you're happy. Oh no. Oh my god. What is... This is... Okay. I never tried this filter with, with googly eyes. But Maddles, I like your thinking. This is absurd. Absolutely absurd. Okay. Yeah, this is a challenge. So what I wanted to do, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it yet. What I wanted to do was I wanted to have this like here, like this, and oh no. Hi Ian, welcome to the stream. So good to see you. I wanted to have this basically here.
Like this. So angry. Gonna aggressively turn.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mute. Yeah, that happened. That happened. That's the one for today. No, that's not the one for today. The one for today is... That's the audio cue to let you know that the stream has resumed after the break. Welcome back, everyone. Steffi, I'm very sorry for you getting all the ads. 3 minutes of ads, so it could technically be 3 minutes of ads. And if each ad is only 10 seconds, well, then you can get a lot of ads. Individual ones. Twitch is pretty forceful with the ads at the moment. Copyright is stricter than everywhere, but they went all the way in the other direction. That's right. So they went all the way in the other direction because they're afraid. They're afraid of falling behind in AI development, as Fafin said. And yeah, so, you know. Baffled also mutes to cough. Yes, I do as well. Just like that. Money grabbing is what you mean. Yes, I do. Money grabbing. And Sociable Steve, you are a featured troll on the BRB screen, of course. So, let's get back to it, because we have a lot of articles to get through today. It's so funny that Twitch's clips are 5-second minimum, and still you manage to get just the audio cue in there. I always think I'm saying less than 5 seconds worth of something. Anyway, I promised you dick pics. No, that's not what I wanted to say. I promised you to talk about dick pics. iPhones are going to be having a new feature as part of iOS 17. Do not clip that, chat. Do not even. Dude, don't even, chat. You know what the line is. You know what the line is. So iOS 17 is going to be introducing a feature that will warn you about sensitive content. Let's take a look at this. Lots of cool stuff that came up at WWDC. That's right, they couldn't straight up say dick pics during Apple's keynote, right? That's right. You couldn't have someone on stage from Apple, you know, going, you can't have dick pics on your phone anymore. What woman on the internet even has her DMs open? There are people who have open DMs, like mine on Discord. If you want to message me, you can write me on the Discord. I managed to get my actual username on Discord, Matty2Shoes, so you can easily find me, because there's no numbers anymore. I'm not a woman, though, that's true, but men still get sexually harassed sometimes, or unwanted content, let's say. But in any case, here's the thing. This feature seems specifically designed for nude photos and videos. If you receive a nude image, a pop-up will appear asking if you want to see this sensitive content. So when receiving an unsolicited nude, this could help users avoid seeing something they didn't want to see. Oh no. Steve, you clipped it, didn't you? I promised you to talk about dick pics. Very good. I'm going to send you daily pics now, Maddie. Exegete, I hope that they are photos of your dog and not your dong. Naked photos and videos show the private body parts that are usually covered by underwear or bathing suits. It's not your fault, but naked photos and videos can be used to hurt you. The screen goes on to explain the person in the photo or video may or may not have consented to this media being shared. Users are presented with 3 options. In addition to opting into or out of seeing the image, they can tap on a button that says ways to get help. Since iOS 17 hasn't rolled out yet, we don't know where this link directs, but if used correctly, it could be a way to share resources about how to proceed in situations of sexual harassment. So this is pretty cool. I like this. The feature is optional and can be turned on or off in settings. That is the only problem with this, is that it's a safety feature, and it won't be on by default. So yeah, that's a bit of the issue. What do you think about this, chat? What do you think about this idea? I think Apple, as has been shown the last couple of years, first of all, this screenshot is like slightly off. Is that just me? It's like popping out of the frame, so that's a bit strange. Basically, I think Apple has been focused on privacy and accessibility for several years now, and it is very admirable what they are doing to invest in that, which I think that's really a good thing in my opinion. Honestly, we should all be thanking Apple for doing that, because there are a lot of iPhone users out there. So it's the 3D overlay on top of another window. Yeah, I think so too. I've slid into many internet ladies' DMs. It depends on the person and their tolerance. Interesting, Fafin. Are they just fuzzing to match what they think is nude content in the messages? So Purple, in Apple's article, or in the article from TechCrunch, what they're saying is that the processing for this is all on-device processing. So Apple isn't accessing your private images in any way. Basically, they just deploy some kind of machine learning model to your phone. And if you activate the feature, the machine learning model will flag those things. Which I think this is like doing the feature with a focus on privacy, right? You could do this feature with send all the photos to some server somewhere. And yes, if it's just dicks, they have a huge amount of training data. Let's be honest. There's no lack of training data here. This song, again, we're skipping it. Anyway, we know that it wouldn't be a Data Cafe episode if we didn't at least once talk about TikTok. Speaking of non-consensual images, let's drop, everyone, for the TikTok. 6 bajillion training sets later, and still gets mushrooms wrong. The Daily Talk. This is kind of nuts. I don't see why it shouldn't be on for everyone under 18. I agree with you, 4X. I agree with you. I agree. I don't see why it's optional. At all. I think it should be something that should be rolled out by default, and then, you know. Snark cheese, good land. Rogmat bot, good land. Exegete, are you in a duck? I had brunch in New York City last Saturday in a place called TikTok Diner. Is it about a clock? So I thought the TikTok articles couldn't get worse. Then, they were trying to reveal sources from US journalists. But no, here we are, 7th of June, so this is a couple weeks ago already. Here we are again talking about TikTok that is ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, accused of helping China spy on activists in Hong Kong. I think the diner precedes TikTok, at least the staff did. TikTok's owner ByteDance has been accused of allowing Chinese Communist Party members to access the data of Hong Kong civil rights activists and protesters. I don't think we need to go into detail of how horrible it is to threaten free speech. Okay, we don't need to talk about that. But basically, users who uploaded protest-related content were also identified and monitored. A former ByteDance executive alleges in a US court filing. So this is interesting because Mr. Yu, we heard about Mr. Yu a few weeks ago on the Data Cafe, and Mr. Yu has filed in San Francisco in Superior Court, has filed a lawsuit against ByteDance. The filing also alleged very sus. Extremely sus. The most sus. This is the most sus. The filing also alleged that in 2018, the CCP committee members used their God credential, so they have like some kind of God tier admin credentials, to identify and locate Hong Kong protesters, civil rights activists, and supporters of the protests. Obviously against free speech, right? When contacted by the BBC, a ByteDance spokesperson strongly denied... Where have we heard that terminology before? Every person accused of something that later came out to be guilty. We plan to vigorously oppose what we believe are baseless claims and allegations in this complaint. So here's the thing. Mr. Yu was employed by the company for less than a year, and in that time worked on a now discontinued app called Flipagram. And their claim is Mr. Yu has never raised these allegations in the 5 years since his employment was terminated in July 2018. His actions are clearly intended to garner media attention. Or maybe, just playing devil's advocate here, maybe he was afraid of the repercussions in trying to oust the Chinese government in court. And maybe he wanted to get all his ducks in a row and consult multiple legal sources before doing so. Just a guess. God credential, picture of Morgan Freeman. Yeah, you just show a picture of Morgan Freeman to it. It's like, hello? I strongly deny that. I strongly deny the thing you accuse me of. Exactly, Sociable Steve. I strongly deny all allegations made against me as streamer. If user role CCP spy. That's a little bit too easy, Aiden, but you're probably right. This all the other stuff is about them being in Congress. But basically, there's a lot happening around TikTok. TikTok says it has 150 million American users. The app's user base has expanded in recent years. It is still most popular with teenagers and users in their 20s who probably don't know so much about free speech and activism. Are we boring you? No, Sociable Steve, I'm sorry. I just had a very long day. Oh! Yeah, okay. I see your point, Steffi. Hey, instead of canceling stream, I'm here with all of you, telling you about the news. Anyway, so TikTok will continue to come up in the news. I don't think that we've heard the last of it. I'm very concerned as to if this is possible, if this is truly real, if this is true, and it comes out in court in however many years it takes to come out, that this information is true, then how far are they willing to go? You know, like how much are they willing to allow? Because if they're able to spy on people native in their own country, aren't they just willing to spy on others? And doesn't that make you uncomfortable? That should make you uncomfortable. So that's my main concern with this, is that this isn't the end, I don't think. Oh, the news. There'll be the olds next week. I hope not. Anyway, so, every week on the Data Cafe, I shouldn't say every week, every second week on the Data Cafe, I also try... Oh, no! Oh. Nothing happened. There's also one article. Can anyone guess? There's always one type of article that comes up every single episode of the Data Cafe. There's one article type that always comes up. And it's usually about Meta. Either about Facebook, about Instagram, or WhatsApp. It's usually, okay, TikTok spying, yes. It's not about right joins. Is it about don't worry, I'll be alright? No. It is about a fine. And this week, surprisingly, it is not Meta that has been fined yet, probably the next time we talk about this, but it is Spotify. We'll talk about that, Purple. We'll definitely talk about that in a moment. Spotify was fined 5 million euros. Just a few days ago, this came out. The question is why? Why was Spotify fined 5 million euros for GDPR violations? Because they did not properly answer requests for access to data. And that's right, an EU company for once. Spotify is not a US company, they're an EU company. The Swedish Data Protection Authority issued a fine of 58 million Swedish kroner. Users have a right to get access to all their data information on use of their data. Spotify did not fully comply with this obligation. So this is a bit like a slap on the wrist for a company. 5 million for a company is a slap on the wrist for a company of this size. So here's the thing. On the 18th of January 2019, Noib has filed a number of complaints against various streaming services as they did not provide users with an easy way to exercise their right to access under Article 15 of the GDPR. One of these complaints was filed in Austria and concerned Spotify's failure to provide all personal data and information as to the use of the data. And because Spotify is based in Sweden, not Switzerland, the case was sent to the Swedish Data Protection Authority. Jay Walter, you would know about that. So there was litigation. It took them 4 years. It took them 4 years to even get to this point. And basically there was a lack of decision. So last year in June, NOIB complained, they filed litigation against the Swedish Protection Authority, which is hilarious. I mean, that's just great. And so they initially resisted the idea that it has to decide, but eventually they sided with Noib. So the case is still to be definitively decided. It's still in front of their Supreme Administrative Court.
No, please, it's here, like this.
But yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
it's pretty
I'm sorry.
interesting.
I'm sorry.
So yeah,
I'm sorry.
this is
I'm
basically
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Good, that's the one.
this is basically a right to information request that went wrong, and Spotify got slapped with a 5 million fine. And obviously, yeah, Spotify will have to pay up. I don't think there's any possibility that they don't pay up. GDPR and privacy is a serious topic, people. And not just for EU companies, but also companies that deal with citizens from the EU. So that's also American companies. What happens with the 5 million? Isn't that a good question? I do not know. I don't know. Is Spotify even profitable? Well, let's find out. Is Spotify profitable? Not yet profitable. 2022 net loss 430 million. Yikes. Does GDPR stipulate what happens with the fine? What happens to GDPR fines money? All fines collected by the ICO go to the Treasury's Consolidated Fund to be spent on health and social care, education, policing. Okay, that's in the UK.
Garbage.
Enforcement tracker. Punishable situation, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I assume the government just uses it for good things. GDPR fines are not based on profit. They are, well, no, yes and no. It's based on turnover. So basically, for especially severe violations. For especially severe violations, up to 20 million euros or 4% of total global turnover for the preceding fiscal year, whichever is higher. So for a very big company, 4% of turnover could be very, very, very large. But it needs to be a severe violation for that. It needs to be a severe violation. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, 5 million. It's still not a lot of money. Even if they make 320 million loss a year. So yeah. Do you know what GDPR is? Yes, it stands for General Data Protection Regulation. In the US, Facebook's last PII violation ended up paying $20 to every logged in American. Not just severe, but especially severe. Exactly. Especially severe. Like a really deep cut on your face. Not just like a tiny scratch. Serious. Speaking of serious, chat. Stands for Getting Those Privacy Rights. Exactly, baffled. You're precise. Hacker gang Klopp publishes victim names on the dark web. We talked about the dark web a few weeks back. The names and company profiles of dozens of victims of a global mass hack have been published by cybercrime gang holding their stolen data to ransom. Which is bad. Grand Dragon Power Rangers is what GDPR stands for, according to Jay Walterbot. On Wednesday, the hacker group Klopp began posting names of firms to its website on the darknet. 26 organizations, including banks and universities, have been added to try to pressure victims into paying. Hilarious that the BBC is reporting this when they are on the victim list. That is right, Harry. Hi, Harry. The BBC is choosing not to name the other firms, which is ironic because the BBC is on this list. Wagwan, Matty. Wagwan? Wagwan? I'm not familiar with the greeting. Wagwan? What does that mean? Wagwan? What is going on? From Jamaican English. Hey, that's cool. That's a cool word. I learned something today. So, we've got US Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency. We've got oil giant Shell. The BBC is choosing not to name other firms. Yeah, BBC, obviously. Ransomware gangs like Klopp use their leak sites to name and shame victims into paying by posting company profiles. It is a well-trodden and often profitable process. Once Klopp names companies to its data leak site, the group will start its rounds of negotiations with affected organizations, demanding ransom payments in order to avoid their data being breached. It's extortion. No, is it extortion or blackmail? Extortion versus blackmail. Now we have to figure out. Extortion is the get of acting someone through violence. Blackmail is for specific for payment. Okay, it's extortion would be violence. Threats? Maybe it is extortion. Extortion is the act of getting something through violence, threats, intimidation, and other forms of coercion. Blackmail is a type of extortion. Ah, I see. Okay, interesting. Threat of coercion. So anyway, basically what they're doing is they're extorting companies for ransoms of huge sums of money. Yeah, it was not great. Not great. How are you doing, Harry? It's good to have you back in chat again. And all of you who've decided to join for today's lovely episode. We've got quite a few people here today. It's nice. It's nice when we get a bit of a bigger party going, you know? A bigger gang around. It's nice. It is very nice to have so many people around. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing well, Harry. Yeah, doing all right. Bit tired today, but I'm doing good. Because we had a stream yesterday and now there's a stream today. But I'm getting more used to it now, so. Klopp has been doing that. The Move It hack was first to close 31st of May when the US company Progress Software said hackers found a way to break into its Move It transfer protocol tool. Move It is software designed to move sensitive files securely and is popular around the world with most of its customers in the US. How ironic. More people, fewer trolls. Do people actually feel bad about yesterday? No one feels bad about yesterday. Zero. Exegete. I do seem to have this available. Pay us, or we'll release something which puts your clients at risk, versus pay us, or we'll say what you did wrong. Interesting. Still, in both cases, still very bad. Right? Definitely bad in both cases. At least my eyes are protected in this way from all the 90 million lumens. I think that's what it is that actually triggers yawning, is like when the lights are super bright or something. I don't know. Anyway, we have one more privacy article, which is about Amazon. Our chief in charge. Someone sent this earlier. I can't remember who it was. Was it Ginny? I think it was Ginny who sent this earlier in chat. Amazon locks out customer after smart doorbell racism claim. So this is sounds interesting. This could have been in the hardware section too, in theory. Amazon is facing serious questions about user privacy and how it deals with customers accused of wrongdoing after a user found their account cancelled in the face of a bogus racism complaint from a delivery driver. Okay, Brandon Jackson, an engineer at Microsoft, wrote a post on Medium explaining that his Amazon account was briefly suspended last month after a delivery driver reported him for racial abuse heard via his smart doorbell. So the delivery driver? Okay, I'm confused. This caused serious issues for the control of his smart home devices. His Alexa-powered Amazon Echoes instantly stopped working without an active account attached. Jackson subsequently discovered that nobody was home at the time the incident occurred, and that the driver in question was wearing headphones in the footage captured by his device. So, this was basically a troll, or? I reviewed the footage and confirmed that no such comments had been made. Instead, the Eufy doorbell had issued an automated response, "Excuse me, can I help you?" The driver, who was walking away and wearing headphones, must have misinterpreted the message. "Excuse me, can I help you?" Well, how would you misinterpret that? Especially if you're wearing headphones. Like, what do you hear? If someone texts you, like if someone says to you, "Excuse me, can I help you?" How could you mishear that as something racist? I don't know. It's strange. It's very strange. All my Echo devices were logged out. Excuse me, are you Asian? Excuse me, can I help you? But it would have to sound like similar, no? Even with headphones on, like it's not a different word. I don't know. It's a bit strange. When I'm connected with the executive, they asked, oh, he writes, he only discovered the what the heck? I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not even that tired. It's just weird. It's strange. He only discovered the reasons for his account suspension when he dialed a number in a support email. When I connected with the executive, they asked if I knew why my account had been locked. When I answered I was unsure, their tone turned somewhat accusatory. I was told that the driver who had delivered my package reported receiving racist remarks from my Ring doorbell. It's actually a Eufy. Okay. If any of us know, we probably shouldn't say TOS and stuff. That's true, STder. That's probably true. Who knows? I'm tired of racism. I'm so tired of racism, chat. I am tired of racism. Aren't we all tired of racism? Can't we just treat everybody the same? Is it that difficult? Is it such a weird, like, you are a human being, someone else is a human being, you are literally worth the same. Everybody on this planet is worth the same amount. Can we just like get over it? Like really, just everybody is worth the same. End of story. I don't know, it's weird. It's 2023, we should be over racism. And all the isms. Yeah, not just racism. Like, literally everything. Everybody is the same. Everybody is worth the same. That's it. We are all equal. It's not that complicated. The whole report raises some unanswered questions. The smart doorbell isn't made by Amazon, but by the Chinese company Eufy. In other words, this doesn't appear to be a case of another possible Ring privacy breach. But the Amazon simply took the delivery driver's complaint as objective truth and acted accordingly. Isn't Eufy the company that got in trouble for uploading and storing footage without consent? Yes, Purple. Do you detect anything interesting about this article? Secondly, as Jackson was only able to reinstate his account with video proof, how would Amazon treat a customer without such evidence? What right of appeal would a wrongfully accused customer have? We reached out to Amazon on both points, but received a statement that addresses neither. We work hard to fulfill... I'm sorry, we need to get Karen to read this. Because this is a managerial response.
We work hard to provide customers with a great experience while also ensuring drivers who deliver Amazon packages feel safe.
This is such a corporate BS answer that means nothing.
Exegete your doc a screenshot.
You want Hans to read this? You want Hans to read this? Okay. I'll get Hans to read this. We'll make another TTS channel just for Hans. Why not?
We work hard to provide customers with a great experience while also ensuring drivers who deliver Amazon packages feel safe.
Oh, you know what would be great? You know what would be great, chat? When you redeem Karen, make Karen speak. Couldn't it be like 50-50 chance of whether it's Hans or Karen? It could be like a 50-50 chance of who reads it. That could be very funny. In this case, we learned through our investigation that the customer did not act inappropriately, and we're working directly with the customer to resolve their concerns while also looking at ways to prevent a similar situation from happening again. Such a terrible answer. 50-50 too much variance. 80-20. 80% Karen, 20% Hans. Hans is great. By the way, it's Hans with an S, chat, not Z. Just FYI. 90-10. Oh my gosh. I mean, for me, like when they say we learned through our investigation, they didn't do anything. He is the one that contacted Amazon. You would pay premium for some Hans. But okay, A European TTS is not can I get your manager, so it's not Karen. We'd have to call it something else. Not convinced they should be locking people out of accounts for that. Maybe specifically temporarily blocking them from orders pending an actual review. I agree, Baffled. In this case, okay, regardless of whether something is true or not, we usually have a kind of approach that innocent until proven guilty kind of thing. Like someone can make an accusation and then we kind of have to validate whether that's true or not. Steffi, Hans's thing is called Hol den Geschäftsführer. That's hilarious. Can I get your social security documents and password for healthcare? No, you cannot. You cannot. But yeah, basically what it comes down to with most of these privacy related things is really that companies are not equipped to handle privacy violations either through themselves or through their customers, you know. I even think if it was true, I don't think tech companies can worm their way into every part of life and then just shut you out. That's the thing, Baffled. Like, I have a Google account, and my Google account is tied to so many things, and if one person reported me, and then based on that one report, something automatically happened, that would be terrible. Like, it just doesn't seem like a good strategy. Imagine Twitch, right? Imagine one person reports me on Twitch. One person, okay? One of you in chat has a problem with something I did or said, and you report me, and I automatically get banned instantly. I don't think that would be very fair, would it? You know? I don't think that would be very fair. Can we get Hans from Hans und Franz? And we're here to pump you up. Oh, wow. I don't think I have that voice, S-Teeter. I don't think I have that one in the library. Yeah, you know. Please don't report me. Don't get me banned. Not Insta report, no. So don't do that. Reporting, so the way that Twitch reporting works is when you have a report, it gets viewed by the moderation and safety team, and they decide what to do with it. I think in a lot of cases they don't act for whatever reason, like if there's not enough evidence or whatever, and sometimes they act. People get banned, right? Or they get suspended. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll take my 20 gift subs to my channel tomorrow. Wants to get banned.
Like and subscribe. Bye.
Thank you. Yes, definitely subscribe to my YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel. There will be a video coming out soon, which is a real fun one. I'm preparing it at the moment. And then there will be another video after that, either serial killer or something else, like we talked about earlier. So yeah, let's talk about hardware, chat. Let's talk about LG's portable briefcase monitor. Are you an IRL streamer? Wait, we should do this properly. Are you an IRL streamer? Do you stream on Twitch when you're out and about and doing stuff? Because if you've always thought, hey, I'm out and about and I don't have a very big screen, I can only look at stuff on my phone or tablet, LG has got your back. LG has made a portable monitor that comes in a briefcase. That's gonna be a great short. Should get the ad scene back for that. Yeah, I have to add that scene back. Plenty of developments in portable tech. LG's latest reveal is the most surprising but most obvious. It's putting a 27-inch touchscreen display inside a briefcase. And guess what, chat? There's a video. There's a video.
Hello. Yeah, I'm feeling. Hello. Let's go and change it up. Open your eyes, know it's something that you like. I fly too high, no, I'm never coming down. Something that you like.
It's a bit small, hold on. It's too small. So, it's called Stand By Me, Go. IRL streamers are going to have to hire people to carry batteries. Opens briefcase. It's a monitor. What did you think? Honestly, it's a great name. But I have a lot of questions. So let's go through this because I have questions. Are we having a giveaway? No, we are not. First of all, it's touchscreen, so let's not forget. Touchscreen 27-inch monitor. It's pretty impressive. It can be standing up in its case for watching streaming content. Hey, you can watch me while you're in the park, while you're having a picnic with your loved ones or friends. But it can also be laid flat to play digital board games and apps. The promotional video does look a little funny, with families taking a briefcase that could belong to a spy along to family picnics. But if you can get over how strange the situation looks, the screen is quite smart, following direction of LG's other Stand By Me products. WebOS, remote control for non-touch apps, an adjustable arm, height and angle can be adjusted. It is a 1920 by 1080 resolution with 60 hertz. Oh, that's really low. I mean, that's really low. It should be at least 100, no?
Why?
I normally like LG products, but this is not my jam. Is it your peanut butter, though, Cypher? Because that could be cool. On the work side, it could be useful for anyone who has to give presentations outside of their own office. What's the battery life? Ah, the biggest drawback might be battery life, with LG claiming up to 3 hours per charge. It's not even enough for some long films or board games. It weighs 12.7 kilos. That's a chunky briefcase. So why not just buy a briefcase, Baffled? Well, it's because it's a lifestyle product. Takes 1 month to charge it. I hope not. You only like crunchy peanut butter, Cypher? Wow. Jesus, 12.7 kilos. That's 28 pounds. 30 pounds in a briefcase. We're in the era of tech change. We have arrived in the future, chat. Except for the fact that this thing costs $900. I mean, really, are you going to spend $900? Are you going to spend $900 to sit at home with your daughter in a tent with some lights and watch a movie on a monitor? When you could just spend half of that to put a monitor there and then just use like Chromecast or something to achieve the same result. $900 seems ridiculous for this, I think. To me, that sounds ridiculous. But anyway... Or you can spend $7,000 to each have an Apple Vision Pro. We discussed that in a previous week. Actually, we didn't really talk about Vision Pro because not much is known about it yet. No one's actually had one in the wild. Like, yes, there have been press reviews on it, but there haven't been like real reviews, consumer reviews. I want to have consumer reviews of that thing before we talk about $3,500 of screens. But augmented reality sounds fun, to be honest. I could definitely see myself having it on stream and then having like all the stuff hovering in front of me. It could be kind of cool. I don't know. Put solar panels on the outside of the briefcase. Yeah, then it reduces its ruggedness though. So there's that. Speaking of ruggedness, and that is a segue, I promise. I cannot tell you about this. I mean, I can tell you about it, but ruggedness meaning referring to the wheels of the cars driving around Germany. Because after 10 years, chat, after 10 years of Street View being not available in Germany, that's right, Google Street View is returning to German streets. Can't wait for Gen 2 of the Vision. Apple has a good track record for how they iterate out products. Yeah, that's true. We'll just forget about the butterfly keyboards, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So why was Street View initially stopped in Germany? Well, we all know what Street View is. Basically, because of the privacy laws in Germany and lots of lawsuits against Google, they shut down Street View in Germany over 10 years ago. In 2011, actually. And now in 2023, they've announced that Street View is coming back. So starting June 22nd, which is in 6 days, in a week from now, Street View cars will return to Germany to make recordings all throughout the country, meant to be published in batches in the coming months. To prevent a privacy outcry like the last time, Google is working closely with a German government privacy agency, ensuring that its imagery meets the country's data privacy regulations. Among them is a requirement to delete older images, which means that you won't be able to use Street View to travel as far back in time in Germany as in other countries that you can do. Like in other countries, it will be possible to opt out of Street View coverage with the option to pixelate your home or business. Google is starting with a blank slate. So if you obfuscated your home or business before, you'll have to request it again, by the way, for those of you who live in Germany. The update to Street View was direly needed. As we covered in April 2022, Street View in Germany is hopelessly outdated. Look at this, for example. If you see, like, stuff doesn't go together, okay? You zoom in from the top, and you see a tram, and you're like, oh, cool, a tram stop. And then you do Street View, and you're like, there's no tram stop there. So basically, yeah, that's desperately needed. So yeah, what's very interesting is that a few years ago, Apple successfully launched something called Look Around in Germany, which is its version of Street View for Apple Maps. And apparently, there was a study done in May of this year that shows that 90% of Germans have a positive or very positive reception of Street View. So basically 10% of the population was responsible for Street View not being available in Germany for over 10 years. Can you imagine 10% of the population being responsible for this? That is kind of ridiculous. So there you go. And in case you're wondering about the title image, these are the Street View level photographs. And as you can see, all the blue dots elsewhere are pretty well covered. But Germany has a couple gaps. Guess it's the norm now. You mean like 10% of a population ruining things for the rest? Totally. Who would give 10% of the population that much power? I mean, outside of American politics. Yeah, exactly. No Street View. Yeah, it's kind of the norm. So you're saying minorities need to be suppressed? No. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I love that that's the takeaway. And speaking of banning, rich enough people to cause problems with legal hurdles. It's more of a question of how much value do you attribute to what the 10% says. JD Dubdez says, I can't stay, but wanted to drop in and say, also, what the hell did I drop into? Hi, JD Does Dev, everybody. Welcome to JD Does Dev, the newest member of the Claw team.
Captain, I think we might be the only two here old enough to understand that, but I appreciate it that you did. Okay, so
welcome in, JD, and congratulations on joining the team. That's freaking awesome.
You doxed yourself on a stream not that long ago. I'm not going to say the number.
Doxing yourself on stream is a rite of passage, JD. Thanks for dropping in today. I appreciate it. Dropping in. Really thrilled. Yeah, we're all thrilled. We're always happy to get new team members. So yes, if you are interested, the Claw, that's a stream team here on Twitch. We don't really talk about it enough, actually. But basically, streaming in a team, when you have a stream team on Twitch, it gives you some kind of like other identity other than just your channel. Like when you're on stream, there's that little thing underneath showing like that you're part of that team. And if you go to the team page on Twitch, it also shows you who's streaming. Of course, our website is a little bit more advanced because White Panther built it. That's the founder of our stream team. And so it looks a little bit better than Twitch's standard page, I could say. And it's just nice to have a kind of streamer community, not only the community around the viewers, but also the streamers within. We can share tips with each other. We can ask questions. There's a place in the Discord for us. If you want to also join us in the Discord and discuss with all of us, please do, always. I share the Discord with many other streamers in the Claw team because I don't feel that I can provide enough value in creating a Discord myself. So I do it for the support, share Discord, and to ride on the coattails of people like Matty Two Shoes. Well, my coattails are long enough to ride on, so feel free to hop on, and we'll gladly go on that journey together. It's great to see you, JD. So we're talking about privacy today, talking about tech, talking about data, talking about Logitech killing off the Blue mic brand. A lot of you will know the Yeti and Astro, Blue Yeti and those kinds of mics. Logitech is killing those brands, but they will continue selling those microphones from Yeti and Astro. They're just killing the Blue one. So basically, we will be keeping the Yeti brand and moving it under Logitech G. The Blue name will be used to describe our technologies, whatever that means. The Astro brand will continue to live on as a premium console audio product series underneath the Logitech G brand. Very excited. So yeah, that's basically, that's the Yeti microphone, for example. This is just like a short one. What I actually wanted to talk about before the ad break is an update to Google Lens. I think it's only available for Pixel phones. We'll get to that in a second. Google Lens can now identify rashes and other skin conditions. So this is very cool. Lens is an augmented reality product. So it uses the camera as an overlay to what you're seeing. Also, this menu is just wild. By the way, this is actually green, this menu, but yeah. The new Google Lens capability will search skin conditions that are visually similar to what you see on your skin. Very impressive. I think this is like a great feature, right? This is a great feature. This is something that is important. People are like concerned about their health, blah blah blah. So I think that's a really cool feature. I don't know how you feel about it, chat, but I feel like it's a great thing. So it is that time again where we are going to take a break for 3 minutes, and then we're going to dive into the generative AI section of the topics. And the first one is very fun. 3 minutes. Hello, Dev Panda. 3 minutes. 3 minutes indeed. The article involves Reddit and anime and generative AI. So I'll let you think about that while we go on break. If you want to try your hand at dropping, please do. You can maybe try and hit the elusive 100 in the drop game, and we'll see each other in just a few minutes. That's the one for today. That kind of makes that point a bit moot. I will save this.
Garbage.
Oh no! Oh no! Steffi, no! Oh no! Oh, that timing was very good that time. That timing. I'm back, chat! If you want to clip that. 26 ways that you can earn passive income in 2023, and then 25 of them require you to have $250,000 from your dad who gifted it to you when you were 16, and you decided to put it into some pension fund, and then you have like $250,000 to spend on real estate, and whoop-de-doo, now you can earn passive income from your real estate. But you needed the freaking $250,000 in the first place to actually make passive income. So it's like all of those articles
Fine, I'll say
are
I'm
just
sorry.
debating
No,
you.
be sincere. Like this.
They're terrible. And yes, the best passive income is to make articles about making passive
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm
A
sorry.
sound that
I'm
will
sorry.
only
I'm
play
sorry.
on
I'm
track
sorry.
6.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Good, that's the one.
I'm very sorry for your ears because actually it might be very loud.
I've got balls of steel.
Why would you do that at the moment of the raid? Why would you do so? No! And a time warp. Oh my word. Oh. Shame on you. Shame on all of you. I've never seen this movie, but I'm making a splash, is what's happening. You could get the link. Oh, are we trying to mess up the stream to get the link? This scene is immune to being messed up. It doesn't work that way. Look, you can't touch me now, chat. I am protected. I am protected. Surly, did you just clip again? Wait, what? Did you just clip again? I realized it would get clipped once I did it. No, not everything I do gets clipped. So it's like, it's not a given that it gets clipped, you know? It happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. Well played, Surly. Well played. Well played to you. Very well played. Surly is big brain, chat. Surly is very big brain. I always dress like
Garbage.
this. This is what I normally wear.
Garbage.
That is... Are you saying my face is not pretty? Panther? How dare you? No, that's fantastic. That's great. That's fantastic. Oh, wait. What angle is this? Oh, 6.9. Oh, I read it as 60. Oh, no! I read it as 69. 69. The magic number. Welcome back, chat. A 9 ad block, Steffi. Oh my gosh. That is truly concerning. You like the duck? Which duck? Oh, no, that's actually 69. Disturbing! Only slightly disturbing.
Steffi 128 Duck a screenshot.
Yeah, that was definitely screenshot material. A little bit too slow on it, though. A little bit too slow on the screenshot. Anyway. Which duck are you talking about, Dev Panda? You like the duck? Anyway, let's get back to it, chat. None of those are 20, are they? Nope. Ooh, you even got a 1. Nat 1. Oh, in the pool. Yeah, when you drop. Oh, that's so... Yeah, it's true. It's kind of cute. Hold on. Let's see if I can get one. 9949. I don't even... Oh. 9949. I don't even know what angle that ends up being. How's that even like a real... How is that a real angle?
Duck a screenshot. 4x Duck a screenshot. XVGTO Duck a screenshot.
Look at all the screenshots. 9949 Modulo 360. That sounds like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 trick. Oh, I did like a 9949 Modulo 360, bruh. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. And I landed that after like a sweet kickflip. Anyway, I promised you Reddit and anime and generative AI. And here you go, chat. A Redditor has created working anime QR codes. Which is... Honestly, this is wild. This is so wild. This is actually incredible. And who's like... Who thought QR codes were boring? Because if you saw this QR code on a poster, you would 100% scan this QR code. The thing is, you might not know it's a QR code. Like someone just randomly looking at this might not know it's a QR code. But honestly, this is so impressive. That someone managed to generate something like this just shows the age of technology that we're in. This is so impressive. QRBTF.com. Is that what I think it is? What the actual... I mean, these are cool too, but this is no anime. Is this the person who did this? I don't know. Oh, I did like a 9949 Modulo 360, bruh. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. And I landed that after like a sweet kickflip. That's where it links to. Oh, I see. So that's the Redditor that created it. Okay. Oh, so you scanned this QR code while we were watching. That's cool. That's fun. Great. The important bit on the QR code are the 3 corner blocks. Everything else can be random. Ah, yeah. That's true. That's funny. It's still pretty impressive, though. It's still super impressive. And if you're not impressed yet, there are other ones. So like this one, for example. Like houses. This is very cool. They're all kind of sort of Japanese inspired, right? This is very cool. I like this one a lot. Like, this could easily be like a phone background, you know? You could easily put this on your phone. It's really nice. Very impressive. Random. I mean, yeah. I mean, we know what random. I like assigned randomness so that it makes the thing. QR codes are for sneaky little hobbits. The QR leads here. How come I already know what that link is, Forex? How come I already know what it is? But yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed by this. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, keep enhancing, chat, because you... XCQ, the link stays purple. Oh no! You tried to hit Creatisbot, Rugmat, but you missed. You missed with Thor's hammer.
What?
Oh no!
What?
Elise Draw has been struck by Thor's hammer. Why? Do you know the last 3 letters? Yes, I do. I've learned... I've learned my lesson. Oh no, you struck your bot again? Twice in the same stream! Oh no, Rockman. That's horrible. Yeah. Basically, this is able to work because of QR code's natural error correction properties. And I didn't know, but QR stands for Quick Response Code. QR code. They were initially designed for the automotive industry in Japan. These codes have since found wide-ranging applications, and basically, the reason it still works is because QR codes have very strong error correction features. Question. You like to be that close to the camera? No, I think I'm gonna reset it now. It's a little bit uncomfortable when it stays there for too long, you know? When it's there for too... Like, people keep enhancing, but they don't enhance it to the point where it gets reset, so it just stays zoomed in forever. QR codes are indeed super cool. And what's also really cool about QR codes, fact time chat, QR codes are going to replace barcodes in Switzerland on food products. So basically, QR code is a trademark of the Denso Wave Incorporated Japan. Are you serious? A QR code is a trademark? How is that even possible? Or the concept of a QR code? That's interesting. Yeah, they're going to replace barcodes here with QR codes, which is great because a QR code can contain way more information than a barcode. Oh, the phrase itself is trademarked. That's interesting. Very interesting. Speaking of trademarks... No, that's not a good segue. Can you trust package recommendations from ChatGPT? What do you think the answer is, chat? Can you trust Node.js package recommendations that ChatGPT makes for you? What do you think? If you are a developer, as far as I could throw it, if it starts with "can you trust" and ends with ChatGPT, the answer is no. Trust a node module? Great joke, Steffi. Trust the node module. Yeah, I know it takes a while. It takes a while, Cypher. At the moment, let me tell you, we're at we're at 8. We're at zoom level 8, and it goes to 15, I think. I can probably reduce it. Where's the zoom level? I can reduce it more. You know what we could do? I know what we could do, chat. Let's take a quick breather for a second. What we can do, chat, is we can enhance. We can change this. It's a lot of clicking, exactly. So what we can do is we can say that it resets on level 7. Okay? We can say that it resets on level 7. But we can make the filter more powerful. We can make the filter more powerful. Let me go to this. Camera main, filters. So here's the filter. Zoom reset, zoom 1. At the moment, this is adding 1.2 as a scale. How is that useful if I'm trying to get an iris scan from your stream? Oh, was that good enough? I can't do that too long. So we'll make this more powerful. We're gonna put this to 1.5. There we go. So now every time we hit zoom, it's just gonna keep zooming. And it will do this up to 7 times. Okay? So now you have to click less in order for it to work properly. So less points required. I've done a good thing for you, chat. Okay? A wonderful thing. It will enhance much faster. More dramatically. So there you go. Don't say I never did anything for you, chat. Yeah, see? Whoa, it's already zooming. Look at that.
Garbage.
Much appreciated. So, there's a new attack technique. So coming back to ChatGPT and node packages, or packages in general, there's a new attack technique that attackers are using to spread malicious developer packages. I appreciate that you accept user feedback from your trolls. Yeah. I didn't call you trolls yesterday, I promise. So, there was actually a webinar about this. There's going to be a webinar about this topic on June 21st. So, if you want the link to this article, just wait for my Patreon recap to drop sometime in the next few days. And you'll be able to find this article in the list of articles that we looked at today. Trolls equals mods. No. He's nothing without his trolls. Yeah, trolls are the... It's like lurkers. Trolls and lurkers are necessary for the stream. So basically, this is what happens. Here's the attack technique. ChatGPT answers questions with hallucinated sources, so stuff it makes up. So in this specific case, it will even offer links to libraries that don't actually exist. So what basically someone does is an attacker starts by formulating a question, asking ChatGPT for a package that will solve a coding problem. ChatGPT responds with multiple packages, some of which may not exist. So when ChatGPT recommends a package that isn't published in a legitimate package repository, the attacker finds this recommendation, publishes their own malicious package in its place. So the next time a user asks a similar query and gets the same recommendation, someone is now using a malicious package. Exactly. Exactly. And so the root of this problem is not you can put a malicious package on Node.js because you can do that regardless. The real problem is hallucination. Owen, are you turning 27 tomorrow? 1 hour and 40 minutes until your birthday. That's amazing, Owen. Can you believe that you'll be 1 day older than you were yesterday? It's incredible. So basically, hallucination is the root of this problem. Hallucination is when LLMs, large language models, can create responses of things that don't have any factual reality. The reason this happens, chat, the reason this happens is very simple, okay? An LLM works like this, in simplified terms. You have a query, so the thing that you submitted to the LLM, okay? The LLM has its training, and it basically applies this query to its training and then starts generating words. And for each word that comes, it's calculating a probability. What is the likelihood that this word should follow this word? So when you ask it for legal advice, for example, you ask it for legal advice and you say, okay, this is my query. What should I do in this situation? It has a pre-trained model that knows, oh, this is the legal query. It finds like all the legal related stuff in it, right? And then it basically comes out and it'll generate stuff that is relevant to your query, but these individual things, they don't have semantic meaning. They're just generating the most likely word or the most likely next sentence. That's basically what is happening. Exactly because LLM is basically sophisticated predictive text. That's right, Baffled. Sophisticated predictive text. A writer I like called Max Reed did a fun article about vibes-based searching and ChatGPT. That sounds interesting. You can always link that in the Discord, Purple. In the tech or chit chat channels. It's good to read that stuff. So basically what they did, thanks for the good vibes, Jay Walter. They referenced Stack Overflow to get the most popular coding questions. They filtered them all and basically ran through all of the questions through ChatGPT. And basically they saw that it started hallucinating an unpublished package called ArangoDB. So the simulated attacker would publish a malicious package called ArangoDB. Yes, Jay Walter? 99? Oh, wow. 99.24. That is very close. That is very close. Very close. Too close for comfort, Jay Walter. So this is what happens. ChatGPT recommends installing the ArangoDB package. How to integrate with ArangoDB in Node.js? Please return the package to install in the pattern of npm install. The attacker's second question and ChatGPT's response with a suggestion to install the package, right? So if you look at the image here, it's a bit small, but basically, a lightweight minimalistic driver for interacting with ArangoDB. You can install it using the following command. npm install save ArangoDB. Actually, I've never even heard of ArangoDB. Database for graph and beyond. Oh, it's an avocado. That's cute. How have I never heard of this? Is it open source? I don't think so, right? Enterprise Community Edition. Oh no. They wrote their own query language? Seriously? I can't even take it seriously. ArangoDB query language is similar to structured query language in its purpose. AQL does not support data definition operations. Oh my... Why? I hate when companies write their own versions of SQL. The most frustrating thing as an analyst ever. When companies think they can rewrite something that is 20 years old and make it better. Similar, aka wholesale ripoff, because we don't want to pay licensing. Exactly. Thank you, Purple, for posting in the Discord. That's fantastic. Pisses me off. Okay. Anyway, so the point is with this attack, there's no package for this, right? So the attacker would write a malicious package and publish it, and so they created a package called ArangoDB, and then basically they have a pre-installed node index.js, and then they can somehow know if people started using this. AQL stands for Acceptable Quality Level. It is a sampling method used to determine whether a batch of products meets a certain quality standard. And yes, there is licensing fees involved with SQL. Baffled, yeah. I don't know exactly how it works, but there's basically the ANSI standard, ANSI. So SQL looks like this, okay? SQL is like this. You have ANSI, which is the standard SQL, and then there are products that are derivatives of SQL. So you've got Postgres, for example, or MySQL, or BigQuery, or Snowflake, right? All those products are derivatives of SQL, but you have to support the ANSI standard. Everything that's in ANSI, everything that's basically in the base requirements, you have to support it. So you can't say, I'm going to make a new version of SQL called MattySQL, which is also my PlayStation username, by the way. And I'm going to support only left join. That's the only join I'm going to support. You can't do that. You can't do that because that would be against the ANSI standard. Now, of course, I could appeal to the ANSI standard and tell them, I think you should get rid of this. I think you should change this. But it takes a long time for those changes to happen. ChatGPT's taken victims. Yes, hi Blue Squid also. Welcome back to chat. Good to see you. So basically to connect with ArangoDB, ChatGPT now recommends their package, right? The victim installs the malicious package following ChatGPT's recommendation. How to spot the package hallucination. This is the problem. How can one apply to make right join the preferred join? Well, you see right join is the best join. It's not possible to make right join the preferred join because there is no situation that deems that right join would be the preferred join. It does, however, comply with the anti-standard. It can be difficult to tell if a package is malicious if the threat actor effectively obfuscates their work or uses additional techniques such as making a Trojan package. Blue Squid, thank you very much for gifting a sub. That's very kind. I don't know why you gifted it to that particular user, but you know. So basically, you should definitely look at number of downloads, creation date, comments, attached notes, the GitHub directory for it. Like, you should do research. Blue Squid, thank you for gifting a sub to Cartesian Join is best join. You do both have the right to get your name on the mask of subscription. So I don't know if Cartesian join is in chat. I want to see the joins fight it out. So right join and Cartesian join. If you'd like your name on the mask, then of course you are entitled to it, courtesy of Blue Squid. Color and location, as usual. So basically, moral of the story is you should definitely research packages offered by ChatGPT. On the right side of the face, I'm guessing in yellow or this gold, whatever the right join color box color is.
May we have your attention, please? The owner of the vehicle with the license plate 69420 SQL must move their vehicle immediately or it will be towed. Thank you.
Whew. Good thing that's not mine. My license plate is 42069 SQL. I had it changed. So the rightmost color is this color. So we're gonna use that color. Right join red. Oh, okay, fine. Right join red. Everyone is in red. Look at all the reds. Everyone's in red. Does this mean I shouldn't go into ChatGPT, type give me code, and paste the response into a terminal of a production server? Yeah, I wouldn't do that, Baffled. I don't think I would do that. On the right side of my face. Good landing, J. Walterbot. Right join is that actually the whole thing? Yeah. There you go, right join. There you go. I know we're all super happy about it. Only do it if it says rm-rf/. To claim a color. Yeah, you can claim a color if you like. If you feel like claiming a color, chat, you can claim a color. You have to write their full name on it. Yes, I did. I wrote the full name. Cartesian join might not get. To be fair, Cartesian join isn't here. So, yeah. If Cartesian join decides to come into stream, then yes. But I don't think that will happen. Oh, hello, Cartesian join. Look at that. Cartesian join has shown up. Cartesian join, would you like to have... You've received a gift sub from Blue Squid. Thank you, Blue Squid, by the way, again. Would you like your name on the mask of subscription, Cartesian join? Because then you can choose where and what color.
Subscribe. Bye.
2-month subscriber, 2-month badge, Cartesian join is best join. I would love to be immortalized. Sounds like copy pasting to me. Someone maybe dual accounting? Let me know what color and where, and we shall do it. Moral of the story, check your AI outputs. Check your AI outputs. And the last article for today about AI, generative AI. Yeah, but you didn't say what color. You didn't say what color and where. Stable Diffusion has released a new AI out-painting tool. It's called Uncrop. Uncrop. So this is pretty cool. Scratch that AI. Always check your commands. That's true. You should just check everything. Okay, I'm going to take the light blue. Pale baby blue. And I'm going to put you on the other side of the mask. Okay? Cartesian join. So right join is over here. I'm going to put Cartesian join over here. Oh, that's the wrong side. Cartesian join is best join. Cartesian join is best join. I can hear the Twitter bros already. Rip Photoshop, generative FI. Generative fill. Let's see if we can see it. It's very light blue. It's very light blue, but in honor of Blue Squid, I wanted to put a blue color. Thank you again for the gift subs, I appreciate it. So, uncrop. Uncrop. How does this work? Well, there's two things called outpainting and inpainting. Inpainting is basically filling inside of an image, so replacing sections of inside the image. And outpainting is about going outwards, right? So basically, Stability AI is the company that makes Stable Diffusion, by the way. They have come out with uncrop, and that's exactly what you baffled. Rip Photoshop generative fill. Just kidding. Outpainting for the masses. In the browser, one click, boom. Mega large image instantly. No need for Creative Cloud account. Clip drop got you covered, fam. Memeing a little bit there, I think. A little bit of memeing. Company says it can help out photographers in numerous ways. If you're unhappy with the composition of a photo, it can adjust the framing to make it look better. Or it can be used to fit a photo into a required aspect ratio for use on a specific social media platform. The company warns the results will not always be accurate, especially with images that have extensive missing content. I think that's a challenge. I think that's a challenge. That sounds like a challenge, doesn't it? Uncrop your photos to any image format. You could use it to remove a foreground element, crop it out, and then uncrop it. You could. That's right. Or I could use it for a photo of myself that I want to change something about. Right? Let's see here. What photo should I go for? I'm gonna check this in a second, chat. I'm gonna go look for a photo. Photos. There's a square one. Here's another square one. Let's do this one. Let's do that one. Screenshot your current zoomed in face cam and uncrop it. Really? Really? Okay, someone screenshot my face. Wait. Someone take a screenshot?
Steffi128 took a screenshot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yep, thank you, we got it.
Screenshot.
Okay. Let's see how this works. Click paste or drop a file. It didn't work. Okay, let's try it again. It didn't work. I'll try it again. Is it this one? No, this one. How come it's not working? I think it's... Oh. Maybe because of Brave's file protection thing. No, no, this one. Here we go. Okay, time to crop, chat. Can it get the rest of my face? That's the real question. Next. I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh! Yeah, now what? What? I don't get it. Oh, What is this? Okay, I select one. I select one and then I go with that. Then what? I do not understand. I don't get it. It hasn't done anything. Enhance? Oh, wow. What? It's creepy. Does the enhance not reset after 7 zoom levels? It should. Wait, let me check what level we're on. What level are we on? Oh, we're on 24. Oh my god. Chat, I don't know what's going on. We're on zoom level 24. Hold on. Something's going on. Where was this? Channel point. Enhance. Not equal to 7. Oh, hold on. I don't think I reset it. I didn't reset the thing. Hold on. I didn't reset the global variable. That's the problem. Oh no, it is 1. Huh? That should work. 7 times. If it's not equal to 7, maybe I should change this. Maybe if it's lower than 7. Lower than 8. We're at 4. 5. 6. Maybe I made a mistake before when I did something. 7. Okay, so now it should trip. Value is 8. Oh no, what happened? Oh yeah, no, that worked. It reset. Yeah. That's fine, it works. It reset itself. All good. I don't know what happened before. I see it's your new favorite thing, chat. I don't really understand this thing, but okay. Anyway. Apparently it can do stuff that's cool. $7 a month, you can have access to this. Seems pretty cool. Not bad. Anyway, that's it for the generative AI stuff, chat. We are now entering the startups and tech category. A reminder of the meme of the day. About Apple again. So Apple's in the news again. I actually really like this article. It's a little bit long. We're not going to read the whole thing. But this is about Apple releasing a new app called Journal. Back for me. What do you mean, Purple? It hasn't reset the zoom yet. Nothing happened. Oh yeah, we can all drop again. It's always great. Did you get trolled? I think you may have been trolled a little bit. If I reset enhance, what does this actually do? How did I configure it? Deck enhance reset. Oh yeah, so I made the rule actually reset. That's cool. So Apple in iOS 17, I can't even put my eye in frame. In iOS 17, Apple is releasing a new app called Journal. And this this writer, Victoria Song, she, I assume is her pronoun, she's written an article about basically how Apple needs to kind of read the room when it comes to how technology is being used in mental health and just kind of that area of health in general. Haha, iOS. You get it? iOS. Yeah, this is so it's so weird to be zoomed in all the time. So, this article is about journaling. And I don't know, do any of you journal? I mean, you don't have to say if you're not comfortable with it. I actually started a sort of, I wouldn't call it a journal. I downloaded an app on Android called Pixels. And it is there's a prompt. The prompt comes up once a day, and it asks you to rate your day, and there's a note field. And I actually started using this beginning of June, and it's kind of interesting. It's interesting to reflect. I've always done that, but reflecting and writing it down is something different for sure. It's a different feeling. So I'm curious about what people think about this, but basically the article goes into how a company like Apple bringing out a journal app is a big fear for people because journaling is very private. You used to use LiveJournal. So did I, Blue Squid. But I didn't journal on there. It was just a kind of... I don't actually know. Could I even find that stuff anymore? I don't even know. Could I even find this stuff? Could I even find that? I mean, technically it still exists. I wonder if I could find this. I don't think it will still exist. They probably deleted it by now, to be honest. But anyway, so journaling is very private. No, I speak to my code like a real developer. Depending on your account type, your stuff might still be there. I don't really remember. I just know I had LiveJournal, but I don't remember much about it. In any case, the author has had a very negative reaction to Apple's announcement about journaling. Specifically because this is a phenomenon, and we've talked about this a few times now on the stream. This is a phenomenon called Sherlocking. The word Sherlocking comes from when Apple introduces a new feature that kills a third-party tool. And this is the reason that it's called Sherlocked is because before Spotlight existed, this feature here that you see, this search bar on macOS, is called Spotlight. Before Spotlight existed, there was a search feature called Sherlock, a fictional detective. Sherlock was in macOS 8 and 9, so it's a long time ago. We're now on macOS 13, so a long time ago. And it allowed users to search for files and contacts. And when macOS came around, OS X, so 10, Sherlock was extended. And basically, at some point, they kind of killed Sherlock and made it Spotlight. So a narrative took hold that Sherlocked became a word when Apple put out a new feature that made a third-party app no longer relevant. Anyway, so yeah, this was basically because of the arrival of Watson. I didn't really explain this so well. But essentially, it's about killing third-party apps. So Sherlocking is a big deal now, because actually this is what Reddit is doing with their locking down their API. They're effectively Sherlocking third-party apps by making the API so expensive. Twitter did the same thing. Apple regularly does this with features. And so, Sherlock was part of OS 7 and 8, and then Watson came around, which was a third-party app, And then so they basically built in the functions from Watson into Sherlock. Is this not the whole idea of having a walled garden approach? That's the thing, Purple. That's exactly the problem. So you build an ecosystem, right? You build an ecosystem, in this case, Apple, right? You build an ecosystem. The irony of me writing this on an iPad with an iPencil, with an Apple Pencil. But basically, you build an ecosystem like Apple, and if it becomes big enough, people will attach to that ecosystem, right? It's completely normal. That is the desired effect. That is supposed to happen that way. But the problem is that if something here starts to get a lot of traction and get really popular, then the ecosystem creator looks at that and goes, hey, that's a really cool idea. We should do that. And because they often control the data flow, they control all of the proprietary data, they basically just take this thing and put it into their ecosystem, thereby eliminating the need for the third-party thing. What if I report you to Apple for criticizing them and then they disable your pencil midstream? Try it. Try me, Apple. Try and DDoS my pencil right now. I dare you. Try and DDoS my Apple Pencil. It's like a game adopting a modded feature as part of the base game. Yeah, it is. It is. But it can be destructive for... It can be destructive for the third party, right? Overall, I think it is to the benefit of the overall app. I mean, it's obvious, right? Here's the thing, okay? Hot take. It makes the app and ecosystem better by having third-party developers that push the companies to put those things into the app as native for everyone else. It makes the apps better. There's no argument about that. Like you say, Blue Squid, it's quality of life improvements, additional features, etc. The issue with it that people take is that it basically kills off the third-party app. But you have to look at it from a business perspective, right? If you have a company like Apple and you have a third-party developer, okay? You have a third-party developer, and the third-party developer builds something for macOS, okay? They build something and they make money. They wouldn't have been able to build this thing if Apple didn't exist, right? It's a bit different if you have something like this, where you have Windows and Apple, so Microsoft, and the third-party developer builds something that's for both. And then one of the companies decides, oh, we're going to put this into our software, so this gets killed off. But the other company doesn't do that. And so the developer still continues to make money. And that is called diversifying your income streams. And that is the number one thing when you build any business. You should have diversified income streams. You should definitely not have a business where all of your revenue comes from one place. That is just bad business. It is just a bad idea to do that. So companies and smart entrepreneurs, etc., build multiple revenue streams so that if one of them gets taken out, if something like this happens, they have safety in other things, right? And this can apply to your personal life too. You have a job. Your job brings you X income, right? For most people, this is 100% of your income. For most people, this is 100%. The problem is, what happens if you lose your job? What happens? In my case, I have 95% of my income through my job, and I have 5% of my income currently through, let's call it content creation. Currently. And that split is acceptable to me currently, because if I were to lose my job, I would go down to 70% of my income. from what I was before because I would be paid by the state. It's because we have a system of social security here. So that is acceptable to me, that overall I would still have 75% of what I was making before. It would be very bad if I had 100% here, because then I would be going from 100 to 70%, so I would lose 30%. So I'm not losing everything, because this stays untouched by this falling out. Complicated explanation, but basically what it comes down to is I see the point, and I agree that third parties are necessary in order to improve apps, but I think there should be a, let's say, process of kindness involved. It couldn't hurt a company to, let's say, inform developers that they're going to be bringing out this feature before they do it. I know that it's risky. I know that the developers could react and like try and build something related to that or make it better or whatever. But I think that for me, that would be fair business. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean, chat? I see both sides ultimately, right? Like there's two sides to this argument. Yeah, maybe work with them on it to get it right. And the developers, third parties who are aware of something happening, they can be better prepared, right? And I don't think there will be such a knee-jerk reaction to it afterwards. So there's a very popular app for journaling called Day One. I've never used it, but basically Apple is completely Sherlocking apps like this now. But this is the thing that triggered the author, and this is the thing I want to talk about. Apple says it's going to use on-device machine learning to create customized journaling prompts. And what we know about on-device machine learning from Apple is basically what they currently do with a feature called Memories from the Photos app. And I can tell you that my experience with recommendations from Photos is the same one that this author has. The AI doesn't know how to avoid certain photos or memories because it doesn't have any data around it. In the past year, Memories has made 2 slideshows of my mom's funeral set to an upbeat pop tune. Once around the 1-year anniversary of her death, and again the day before her birthday. That is literally the last thing that you want. You do not want photos of a loved one. I mean, this is, I'm sorry, this is sensitive, but this is a photo of her coffin. Okay? This is a photo of her mum lying in her coffin, set to upbeat pop music. So yes, generative AI is great. AI in general is great. It can do amazing things. But there's no context. There's no context here because there's no way to give it the information that you don't want it to do this. So this article is great. It's a very, very good article. And it goes into a lot of detail about, yes, give me journaling. Give me a way to write. And if I'm having trouble writing, yes, maybe there will be a prompt that could be helpful in there. But I want Apple to give me the tools to tell its AI what types of photos are off limits, under what circumstances, and for how long. My phone once told me I could save space by deleting memes. One of the memes was a WhatsApp invitation for my grandpa's funeral. Exactly, Baffled. That's artificial intelligence. It's artificial. It doesn't know semantic meaning about things. And Apple even misses the mark with the journaling screenshot that they showed in their presentation. I dreamed about surfing last night. Whenever that happens, I know I'm going to have a great day on the water. Sarah picked me up around 5 a.m. and we were in the water within the hour. The waves were perfect, big and smooth, and breaking perfectly. Real journals are not probably like that. If I were journaling, I think it would have, you know, it would have positive things, but it would also have negative things in there. That's kind of the point. And Apple has missed the mark with the advertising on this, because this is very fictitious. It feels a bit fake. So yeah, if you follow me on Patreon, or you watch my Twitter, because I do also post it on Twitter that I've posted the recap, you will find the link to this article and all the other articles from today in my stream recap that I write a couple of days after stream maximum. We're going to take another short break because we're going to have some ads running. Breaks are 3 minutes. Make sure that you don't miss anything. Sorry. And then we'll be back for the end. Wow, that is terrifying. The filter you switch to at the end is the scariest. It's late. It's late. It took me a second to get that one. Oh, sir. Clip, 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 a clip, and a clap. Clip, 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 and a clap. Thank you very much for the Twitch clip. Yeah. I'm a nightmare.
It used to be free to fill up your car tires with air. Now it costs $1.25. You know why? Inflation. Well, everybody's heard about the router. Router. Router's the word. Well, a router. Router is the word. Well, a router. Well, a router is the word. Well, a router. Router's the word. Well, a router. Well, a router is the word. Well, a router. Router is the word. Well, don't you know about the router? Well, everybody knows that the router is the word.
We'll watch it. He did not want to do it before
stream.
stream.
Can't spell slaughter without laughter.
Not bad. Yeah.
Oh no!
It's a good clip. It really is. It's a good clip. Great.
Oh damn!
Absolutely amazing.
That's great.
So like...
Thanks, Fritz.
We're at 3 now, right? That's 3. That's 3 levels. Working on my website a little bit. If you want these glasses, Tim, you can actually make them yourself. Order some clear round frames from Amazon, and then you can make them yourself. Oh, we just got time warped, didn't we? Oh boy, that is... Wow. Okay, that is... That's quite a time warp there. Thank you very much, whoever that was. I heard the sound. Hold on a second. I have to fix this differently.
Hello? Hold on, I'll get him. Matty, it's for you.
Thank you, Karen. Hello? Yes? Hold on one sec, I need to mute the music. Yes? Oh, wow. XCG got a 20 on the D20 roll? That's very impressive, Karen. Thank you for telling me. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, bye. Love you too, bye. Hello. And welcome back, and thank you, RightJoin, for gifting a sub to Blue Squid. Blue Squid, would you like your name on the Mask of Subscription? I think you would. I think you are on one of the previous masks, if I remember correctly. They're all above my desk. I'm looking intently, but I'm not sure if I see you. But if you would like to be, abso-bloody-lutely. Left nostril. Everyone wants to be on the nose. Why is that? What color would you like, Blue Squid? Let me guess. The color of your username. This color. Teal. Exactly. This is as close as I can get to teal. Well, Blue Squid. Don't think there is a cerulean blue, but I think this is pretty close. On the mask, everything kind of evens out anyway. There you go, Blue Squid. Oh, this is so ridiculous. But you know, it's a visual thing. And we were just talking about journaling. And it's kind of like, it's a visual thing, right? I can wear this mask and I can say to myself, these are all people that are supporting me financially on Twitch. You know? All these people's names here. These are all financial support. And isn't that a nice thing? I think it's a great thing, you know? I think it's a unique and nice thing to look up at all these masks above my desk and be like, oh, look at all these people that have thought that my content is good or something. Anyway, we're back to more tech and data news. Something that came out just very fresh. Very, very fresh. Squarespace is buying Google domains. Sort of. So I don't know if you know, but Google recently released some domain endings that people were not so pleased about. Like .zip. By the way, chat. By the way, chat. I just want to show you something. It's still available. I think it's still available. You can buy ass.zip. You can actually buy ass.zip. Anyway. Well, this is the thing, Purple. Is this related to the zip and move release? Well, here's the thing. The biggest TLD is also a file extension. Com is a file extension? Oh, in Windows NT, right. Sure, but it's just not very common. It's not very common these days to see a command file. It's maybe not as common as a zip file or a move file. But okay, let's see. This is what's going to happen. Under the terms of the agreement, Squarespace will honor all existing Google Domains customers' renewal prices for at least 12 months, as well as provide additional incentives to encourage Google Domains customers to build a website with Squarespace. Adopt other Squarespace offerings. Furthermore, Squarespace will be leveraging Google's infrastructure powering the Google Domains product during the migration period in order to ensure the seamless transfer. Your mom.zip. I know. That's so funny that someone bought that. The argument of com being common is silly. Yeah. I don't think com is very common anymore as a file ending. It was when the TLD was created, but the internet was also very nascent then, Blue Squid. You have to admit. So the thing is, there's more information about this. Where was it? Additional information on this. Here it is somewhere. There was something. Google is going to retain something. Google is still going to retain something about Google domains. They're just not going to retain. They're not going to keep all of the actual domain like selling and stuff like that. Squarespace is going to become the exclusive domain provider for any customer purchasing a domain with Google Workspace subscription for a minimum of 3 years. So this is, yeah, this is kind of, it's a big deal for both of them, I think. It's mostly a deal for Squarespace. The question is why is Google doing this? Why is Google doing this in the first place? Yeah, exactly, Control. Also, welcome to the chat. I don't understand why Google would do this. Squarespace, it's a huge win for them. They get to use Google's infrastructure. They get to have like massive branding, all that stuff. Hi, Bad Cop. Yeah, exactly. ST Derry was the HTTP status on your mom. Your mom.zip. When you do your mom.zip, you get 413 request entity too large. We actually had a huge discussion in Discord about all the funny ones you could register on zip domains and have funny error messages for. But yeah, I just don't. It is a valid response header. Yeah, 413 is valid. Bad Cop, how are you doing? I use Google domains for everything. Yes, and this is the thing. I feel like it goes hand in hand with their cloud push, but I guess not. The thing is, Control, here's my assessment. Google's retaining control of the underlying stuff, but there has been a lot of backlash to the zip and move domain move. So they're kind of maybe pushing off some of that hate to Squarespace, but I don't think it really works that way because it was their move to introduce them. But I agree with you about the infrastructure thing. I think maybe they just want more money in their infrastructure business. I don't know. Control, how did you end up finding the stream? I would love to know a little bit more about you, seeing as it's the first time that you're here. Or sorry, it's the first time that you're chatting. It may not be the first time that you're here. But yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, chat. It's a bit of an odd one. What is not odd, and what is actually kind of a big deal in the data community, is Databricks has decided to invest in Snowplow. No idea, I've been following and lurking forever. That's awesome. Snowplow and Databricks extend strategic partnership to elevate first-party customer data for real-time AI in the Lakehouse platform. This is something that Hans should read. I feel like Hans should read this. Hans, can you read this out for me? We can get Hans to read this, because I think it's going to sound great. Hey, Hans.
Snowplow and Databricks extend strategic partnership to elevate first-party customer data for real-time AI in the Lakehouse platform.
Thanks, Hans. Perfect. What if the whole thing was Squarespace's idea, and they paid Google to use their muscle to create the new TLDs? Google was sitting on those TLDs since like 2014. True, but how old is Squarespace? Ha ha ha! Squarespace was founded in 2003. Shit, really? 20 years old? Wow. What? That's... New TLDs are expensive. You don't get them for fun. I don't know. I mean, Google has like proper FU money. Hi, Rex Riker. Thanks for the follow. Google has like proper FU money. So, yeah. Expect to see a lot more Squarespace sites with zip domains and move domains. So what is this about Databricks and Snowplow? Well, most of you probably have not heard of either of those companies. Databricks is a data platform. There's probably an explanation here about what Databricks is. And Snowplow is a behavioral data platform that allows you to collect data from a lot of different places. We've actually had a Snowplow sponsored stream 2 years ago almost, I believe. When was my Snowplow stream? When was that? When was my Snowplow stream? When was my Snowplow stream? Can I search? November 30th, 2021 was a sponsored stream from Snowplow. Look at that. I miss the days when TLDs were actually serious things. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, who wants to see someone who has a website that's .shoes? I mean, how can you take anybody seriously when they have a TLD that's shoes in it? I mean, it's just so unprofessional. It's incredibly unprofessional. So Databricks. Databricks is the strategic investment arm of Databricks, the company, Databricks Ventures. Invests in innovative companies. Let's look up Databricks. American enterprise software company founded by the creators of Apache Spark. I didn't know that. Web-based platform for working with Spark that provides automated cluster management. I am, of course, a hypocrite with my XYZ domain, but still. You see? Control? I knew it. I knew. My last name ends with a TLD, so I registered my last name. Oh, that's awesome, Blue Squid. That's awesome. Bonsoir, Monsieur de Chaussure. Good evening, chat. Good evening to you, Jens. You have a rodeo domain? Okay. You want to know the real ones? You want to know the real ones, chat? Streambingo.party is the silliest domain that I have. Yeah, exactly, Blue Squid. So your email is first@last.name. That's fun. That's awesome. I know White Panther has, what was it? Random code generator.lol. If it still works. Ooh, did Panther take this down? Oh no! It doesn't work anymore. What a shame. But yeah, streambingo.party is my silliest domain. I used to have a much sillier domain. I used to have a super silly domain. Do you want to know what it is, chat? I've never told anyone about this domain. Maddie.feet. No, Loka. And also, hi, Loka. Welcome back. Desperate.now. Nope. It's also not ask.com before any of you ask. It's not ask.com. It was... I don't have it anymore, but the domain was databros. Databros.ch, the Swiss domain. It's not ask.com. I used to have databros.ch, and it was literally only a domain with a fake website on it. Completely 100% fake. And for the sole purpose of like messing around with tracking stuff and just doing stuff in an environment that I didn't care about anything that happened to it. But a real website. Maddie2.feet. Oh, that's true. No, now I have Maddie2.shoes and I'm very happy with that. So yeah. Zombo.com is still the best domain. Should I click that? I feel like I should. What is Zombo? Oh my god. What is this? What in the actual world? If I click this, I feel like it's going to be really loud. I feel like it's gonna be super loud. Okay.
Welcome to Zambocom. This is Zambocom. Welcome. This is Zambocom. Welcome to Zambocom.
What is this?
Anything at Zambocom. Anything at all. The only limit is yourself. Welcome to Zambocom. Welcome to Zambocom.
I love this.
This is Zambocom. Welcome to Zambocom.
This is amazing.
Welcome.
How did I not know about this?
This is Zambocom, and welcome to you who have come to Zambocom. Anything is possible.
Oh my god. What is this?
You can do anything.
Oh, the Nissan.com. Yeah, I remember Purple. I remember a whole story about that. Here we are talking about AI and SQL, and this is the most amazing thing. Exactly. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal that Databricks invests into Snowplow, because Snowplow is a serious behavioral data company, and Databricks is a really big company, right? So yeah, there's going to be like some native integration stuff. Since establishing our partnership with Databricks, our shared customers have been effective in elevating their first-party customer data to differentiate their AI and personalization strategies. Interesting. CDP use cases on Lakehouse platform. So apparently they have a solution together called Next Best Action. I will definitely look into that story, Jens, because Zombo is hilarious. It's not a tooling problem, it's a data problem. Composable customer data platform. So this is the rage. Talking about composable CDPs. Something that we probably just have to go into it in an entire stream, to be honest. But I would want it to be sponsored by Databricks. So yeah. Very interesting investment. Let's just put it that way. So chat. It's that time, chat. We have reached the final block of the stream, where we have 3 sections to look at. Section number 1, Twitch news, a highlight of something Twitch relevant. Number 2, a piece of Swiss news. And number 3, a random pick article that I saw and thought you would enjoy. So are you ready? I think all of you can probably guess what the Twitch news is going to be. I don't know if any of you have been paying attention. But Twitch made a boo-boo. Twitch made a very, very, very big boo-boo. 2 weeks ago, Twitch decided that you should not be able to advertise certain things on your stream with certain sizes. Basically, they came out with a rule saying that you cannot have ads larger than 3% on your stream, and you are not allowed to run third-party ads yourself on your stream. That I understand, but they were saying that you cannot have a logo on your stream that is bigger than 3% of your total stream. So for example, I don't know why this is the case. Steffi, again, it's just disappeared. Remember I was telling you about this, Steffi? The claw logo has just simply disappeared. See? I have to like refresh it. It's weird. This claw logo that you see above.
Garbage.
This could not be more than 3% of my entire stream window. So 1920 by 1080, 3% of that, basically. Now, obviously, if you have ever watched Twitch, you know that a lot of streamers use like little logos from sponsors on their stream to be like, hey, this stream is sponsored by G Fuel or whatever. And I've used them too. For my streams that are sponsored, I show the logo of the company sometimes. How many percent is it now? This is probably somewhere around 2 to 3%, I'm guessing. Maybe a little bit less. Did they roll it back? Yes, Control. So they got massive backlash. And so they rolled it back. However, not all of the new rules have been rolled back. So one of the things that they changed is about simulcasting. So they changed this like at the same time. They did a lot of little changes at the same time. They did this advertising rules thing, and then they brought out like a partner agreement change. And at the same time, they also changed the terms of service. So the terms of service, okay? The terms of service apply to everyone who uses the platform, not just partners, not just affiliate. Literally every single person that uses Twitch to stream or not. You have to comply by the terms of service. Like Zol Developer, hello and welcome to the chat. I am new here from Brazil and I was looking for data developer streamers. Then you are in the right place. We are covering data and tech news today on this fine Friday evening in the Data Cafe. Zol Developer, or I can maybe just call you Zol or Zol Dev. But normally on Mondays and Thursdays, I do all kinds of data related stuff, data and programming stuff. So yeah, stick around. I think you'll enjoy it. So Twitch basically decided, yeah, exactly. Also follow. Twitch basically decided, okay, no, we're rolling back the whole branding stuff, but the changes to the terms of service were still made, and what they changed there is very simple. You are not allowed to do something called simulcast. Okay, simulcasting is when you take your feed, so your video of you, let's say, okay, and instead of just sending it to Twitch, you also send it to YouTube. And you also send it to LinkedIn. Now the thing is, you thought that was already forbidden years ago. It was forbidden to partners and affiliates. And now it is forbidden to anyone. So it is no longer possible for you to say, I'm giving up my affiliate agreement because I want to simulcast. That's not a viable option anymore. What is interesting about the wording in the TOS, what's very interesting about the wording, let me show you this specifically. So here, simulcasting. Oh, wait. When you are streaming live on Twitch services, you may not simultaneously live stream or broadcast on any other Twitch-like service, meaning any web-based network, platform, or service that supports live streaming of user-generated content without advance written permission from Twitch. For clarity, you may simulcast on mobile-first services that support live streaming. And what's really silly about this is that this is not clear at all what is meant by mobile first. Because I can tell you, I was discussing with a few people about this. We came up with 5 different definitions of what mobile first means, okay? Mark Manson wrote a book that all streamers should read, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Hoot. And that's the clean version. So dumb. I know people who have avoided getting affiliate just so they could be able to simulcast. Yeah, they're no longer allowed to do so. Now the question is, of course, how can they enforce it? That's a different topic. But if you're talking about mobile first, YouTube's traffic, okay, if you would consider YouTube a classic web-based network or platform, then let me tell you something. YouTube traffic from mobile versus desktop. As of November 2022, close to 90% of the visits from users worldwide were made from mobile and smartphone devices. YouTube is mobile first if 90% of the traffic comes from mobile devices, no? I mean, how silly is this definition? And Jens, your comment about antitrust, let me tell you a secret. This smells of antitrust, and it does, and I have actually submitted an antitrust contact. So I've written to the Swiss authorities that are responsible for anti-competitive behavior, because if we as a streamer are earning money through what we do on Twitch, that makes us a contractor. A contractor has full breadth of freedom in deciding how to earn their money. If you do not have freedom in how you earn your money, then you are considered an employee. And I will tell you a precedent case for this, which is Uber. Uber in Switzerland has now to consider all of their drivers as employees, and as such is required to pay social securities and do their pensions and all that stuff. And the reason they need to do that is very simple. Uber sets the price, not the driver, which means the drivers cannot be considered contractors because they don't have the freedom to set their own prices. So going by that logic, it is possible that the Swiss authorities would consider Twitch streamers in Switzerland to be employees of Twitch if we are not able to set our own conditions for streaming, like which platforms we stream on at the same time as Twitch. So I look forward to hearing the response from the Swiss authorities regarding this. And I'm happy to push this in the EU. That's right. They're using a dominant market position to enforce a specific anti-competitive behavior that is big fine territory in the EU and likely also in the US. Exactly, Jens. I definitely see it that way. And I think it's stupid. Is it enforceable? Probably not. Probably not. But that is the gist of it, is that Twitch has been doing some really weird stuff. Couldn't set your own prices also mean your own sub prices? Yes, so interestingly enough, standard error, sorry. Interestingly enough, yes, you could consider already not being able to set your own prices as a streamer in terms of sub revenue, already anti-competitive. But the thing is that none of the other services allow you to set those prices. So it's probably not an issue. I don't know. It's a bit weird. Hey, I mean, if Twitch was forced to consider all of the streamers in Switzerland its employees, I guarantee that simulcasting would disappear from the terms of service within hours. It would be a matter of hours if that was the case. If the Swiss authorities started poking into Twitch and saying, by the way, this behavior might be anti-competitive, we might have to report you, and you would have to pay a fine, Twitch would change it within 3 hours. Guaranteed. That being said, I'm going to try it. I'm going to simulcast. I'm going to use the vertical plugin from Atom to stream to YouTube at the same time as I am streaming on Twitch. I will probably stream some kind of layout that looks like this. So basically, this is what the vertical canvas has as a layout for me right now. I might make a different layout or something. But I will broadcast this at the same time to YouTube, and in YouTube's chat I will have like maybe I will have a message there saying come watch me on Twitch or something as a test. It's going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious. I'm not ready to do it yet, but I will do it at some point. I don't think it's enforceable, and if Twitch would enforce that and they would actually suspend or ban me for that behavior, then I would appeal it, I would involve a lawyer, and I would appeal it on the grounds that YouTube, with 90% mobile first, with mobile traffic, can be considered as a mobile first platform. Has anyone actually heard of Twitch enforcing that streaming on multiple platforms yet? No. So Purple, here's the thing. There is not a single recorded case, at least since 2019, of anyone actually being banned for simulcasting. And I've spoken to someone who previously worked in Twitch's moderation team. So they know. They know. There's been no case. It just doesn't exist. So yeah, that will be very exciting. Will be very exciting. Twitch is in a weird place. Speaking of Switzerland, here's the Swiss news of the week that I wanted to highlight for you. We're being attacked. Not in the way that some of us might have expected, given the fact that we have a military that's compulsory. But the Swiss government websites are under DDoS attacks, in addition to other companies as well. So the Swiss Federal Administration, as well as other companies like Swiss Parliament's other websites like Swiss Parliament's website, and basically the group behind these attacks is called No Name 05716, which is a pro-Russian attacker group. There was the app of the Swiss Federal Railways, that was very bad because people couldn't book train tickets. There was the airport of Grenchen and Geneva, which were currently inaccessible as well. I'll tell you something funny about Grenchen. The airport of Grenchen, so Grenchen, as they call it in German. Grenchen is a town with a population of 16,000. The airport is tiny AF. I can only hear we're being attacked in a Warcraft voice. Sorry, references. This airport, Grenchen Airport, is tiny, like super, super tiny. It's just super small. Like it doesn't even yield much traffic. I don't even know how much traffic goes through. One asphalt with a runway that is 1 kilometer. 2 grass runways. How many flights? How many flights? Does it not show? Okay, it's a super small airport. So like taking out the website of this airport is basically like, I can take out any website I want, but I take like a super weird target kind of thing. Hi, NoPass. Welcome back to the stream. It's good to have you. That's a weird target. The Geneva airport is a different story. That I understand. Okay. Anyway, No Name attacked the Parliament's website last week because Switzerland adopted a new EU sanctions package against Russia. This week's attack coincides with preparations for an upcoming video address by Ukrainian president. Swiss publication Watson reported on Wednesday that No Name also downed the Geneva tourism website, which is funny because they tried to apparently get the canton of Geneva, so like the provincial site, but they hit the tourism website instead. And yeah, I mean, this is basically a big problem. Like a lot of companies here in Switzerland are not equipped to handle cyber attacks. I mean, it's a fairly new phenomenon here in Switzerland to have that. I mean, we're typically not really in the limelight, right? We're like a small country, and you You cannot DDoS German stuff. Try DDoSing a fax machine. That's true, NoPass. Fax is very it's very secure. It's very secure. Yeah, so it's a real problem because there's also leaks of documents and all this kind of stuff. So update of June 15th. So the update 2 days ago. Tag Aviation has confirmed that it has been the victim of an IT security incident, but it was limited to Asia. And this was already on May 21st. This is a long time ago. You can make it run out of ink. That's true. You could just make it print black pages over and over to make it run out of ink. That's true. So yeah, we are under attack, and that's not so cool. Ransomware in general is not cool. Hacking in general is not cool. So be wary. Be wary. Definitely be alert of what's going on. Hey Maddie, could you give me your fax number? I don't have a fax number. I'm sorry. No pass. Call the German Chancellor's office fax machine and transmit. That's a lot of pages. How big is this number? Oh my god. Karen, can you read me this number? I love doing this. It's my favorite thing. Karen reading out large numbers.
08458456803448369085463.
Thank you, Karen. How does Hans read this out? I'm actually curious now. Hans, what about you? Can you read this?
084584568034483690854630.
That's a long phone number. We should remove the 0. You're right. You should.
8 sextillion 458 quintillion 456 quadrillion 803 trillion 448 billion 369,085,463.
8 Trilliarden 458 Trillionen 456 Billiarden 803 Billionen 448 Milliarden 369 Millionen 85.463.
Wonderful. Beautiful. If I remember correctly, fax is run length encoded. Black pages can be compressed very well. Interesting. I did not know that. But that's very interesting. That's very interesting, standard error. So, last piece of news for today. Random pick. And sometimes the stuff I find is truly random. The Apollo moon landing was real, but NASA's quarantine procedure was not. NASA officials overestimated their ability to contain alien microbes after the first moon landing, a new analysis suggests. In a small desert town, dozens of unsuspecting people suddenly drop dead from a mysterious plague. The infectious agent has come from outer space. It has no known cure, and the US government must scramble to contain it before it destroys the world. This is the plot of a novel written in 1969 called The Andromeda Strain. It's by Michael Crichton. The book was published 2 months before humans first set foot on the moon, and it sparked widespread panic about what the Apollo 11 astronauts might bring back. You should do a review of our new BPM-25 engine at copsub.com. How would I review this? Jens? How would I review a rocket combustion engine? I don't know what to say. BPM 25 beats per minute. Just ask for a review sample. Oh, Jens, can I have a review sample Jens, can I have a review sample of your BPM 25 combustion rocket engine to try out? 25 kilonewton. 100 kilonewton BPM 100 rocket engine for the Spica rocket. While one BPM 25 engine does not equal the thrust of a BPM 100, we realized we could cluster multiple engines to achieve desired thrust. Come to Copenhagen and I will get you a personal tour at our rocket shop. That sounds like a really cool idea though, Jens. If I am ever in Copenhagen, I am going to arrange that so we can do a stream in your rocket shop. Because that would be freaking cool. That would be super cool. I think people would enjoy that. Basically, this whole thing is really interesting. When astronauts first returned from the moon in 1969, NASA officials were concerned that they might carry some weird space microbes back to Earth with them. At the time, neither the US nor USSR had successfully returned a probe from the moon, let alone one with soil samples and actual humans on board. So they set up a quarantine facility known as the Lunar Receiving Laboratory. What's funny about this, chat, is they were immediately ushered into this state-of-the-art multi-million-dollar facility where they spent 3 weeks. 3 weeks in quarantine. 24 NASA employees who were exposed to lunar material as they helped the astronauts were quarantined as well. On its face, the quarantine protocol looked sensible, but new research suggests that the money and resources invested in it were largely for show. The quarantine protocol looked like a success only because it was not needed, apparently. What's more is that the study shows that NASA knew that the quarantine protocol was probably inadequate. For example, the Apollo spacecraft hadn't been designed to prevent potential lunar contaminants from being exposed to Earth's environment. Once it splashed down in the Pacific Ocean, the capsule's cabin had to be fully opened in order to let astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins out. The air inside the module was also vented into the Earth's atmosphere as the craft re-entered, ensuring the crew wouldn't suffer carbon dioxide poisoning. So yeah, but NASA also knew the risk of Apollo 11 astronauts bringing home a space plague was extremely low. They played up their ability to contain a microbial threat so as to not panic the public. So apparently, they knew that the quarantine that they had set up was not adequate, but they also knew that the chance of bringing back a space bug was pretty low. But that could have ended very badly. It could have ended very badly. Could have ended very badly though. But it didn't, as far as we know. As far as we know, it had no effect. Because we're not contaminated by aliens. Yet. Or maybe we are and we just don't know it. I don't know, chat. You tell me. Do you think we're contaminated by aliens? Aliens. Can draw little alien horns on my face. Draw a little alien on myself. Hold on. It's the best I can do. No wonder I've been coughing and sneezing the past 2 days. I'm sorry to hear that, Rugmat, but it must be aliens. You being sneaky, you being sick definitely sounds like aliens. All right, chat. So I think it's time to wrap up for today. Let's go see. Didn't have time to take a screenshot of the alien drawing. You can always go back and stream and get it, right? You can always go back and stream and clip it if you like. IRC, the moon does not have an atmosphere, hence no air gas was released when the Apollo capsule was opened after a splashdown. Okay, I don't know how to respond to that. I'm not super familiar. I'm not super familiar about that. I cannot fact check. I cannot fact check at all. The capsule was pressurized. Yes, it was. Alright. Let's go take a look at raid candidates. In the meantime, let's switch to the ending scene. Don't forget, we are going to raid, so stick around for a couple minutes. We're going to take you somewhere else. Oh, you want to play it, do you? I didn't even do a sound afterwards, you know that? I keep forgetting to do it. You have to remind me. You have to remind me, chat, to do the audio cues when we get back.
Garbage.
Yeah, I know. It's not good. What is this? I want to listen to this. But I don't want you to hear it. Okay, this seems like a solid choice. We're gonna rate someone developer related. Paleontology look like he's doing field work. I actually know that channel, Fafen. Is he outside today? That's kind of cool. It's a little bit far out, I think. What were we doing yesterday that you needed more views for? Yeah. Good point, Rugmat. I was going to create a chat activity based bitrate quality stream effect. But it's something to do when we're sort of in programming mood, I think. It's something like we're going to start stream with something like that. Definitely. I may need to write custom code for it. I'm not sure. It depends. Thank you, Jens. We're gonna raid someone named Dawn. Dawn, because I think it's a good channel. Thank you very much to everyone who followed. Rex, Green, and Run Data Science. Thanks, Fafen. Yeah, see you all on the other side. Don't forget to say hello to Dawn and give all of our, all of our support and love to them. And I will see you hopefully all on Monday. If you're around, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for being here as usual. And I look forward to chatting with you all. Enjoy your weekend. That's it. Bye-bye.